title for today because I wrote everything except for the title and then panicked when Jeff reminded me that we need those. Our title is War and Peace and Bombs and Not Peace.
I like that a lot.
It's, episode 7.
Episode 7.
Is Not Peace a hyphenate?
Mm-mm.
Okay.
How many episodes in a series, or in a season, as the case may be, depending on whether we decide we're British or not?
There's 1 to 2 more episodes after this.
Not Peace spelled the usual way?
No, it's EACE, War and Peace,
Okay.
Bombs. Hi, everyone. I
Hello,
have to
Internet.
keep taking this out of my ear so that I can hear myself so I don't sound weird. We're
Hello,
here.
everyone.
It's City of Mist. Yeah, it's terrible. I hate when I listen to footage of myself and I sound like a Muppet.
What? You don't sound. You decidedly not sound like a Muppet.
Yay! So yeah, this is the next episode of City of Mist, or depending on your perspective, the current episode.
Did we decide whether Not Peace had a hyphen or not?
It does not have a
no
hyphen.
hyphen.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Sorry.
No, you're good. So we'll start off as we do. Do you guys remember what happened last episode when we were wrapping up that Big Trouble in Little Harlem or whatever it was?
We put the knot back where it belonged.
We retrieved
Yes.
the knot from Stuart Base at his place of work.
My suspicions of that moody teenage person at the library were 100% correct.
Stephanie or whatever. What's her name?
Sarah.
Sarah.
Damn.
Moody teenage Sarah.
But she didn't do it on purpose.
No.
She totally
Well.
did.
I mean, she intentionally did it, but she didn't know what she was doing.
Yeah.
Magic's funny.
She had to not know what she was doing in order for it to not be considered illegal. But she did know that she was getting paid money to do a seemingly harmless thing, which should have been
From
very
criminals.
suspicious.
But don't bring it up with me. I don't make the rules.
It will give you like $20. You just gotta stand here for like 10 minutes and take this box from this guy who's gonna give you a box.
Brooklyn is Los Louisiattle adjacent.
Yeah,
Every accent is adjacent to Los Louisiattle.
it's true.
It's a melting pot. It's a cultural melting pot.
It's true. So you guys, at the tail end of the episode, we wrapped with Amon and Camila, right? Were telling you that they were going to investigate or research something on you guys' behalf. What would you like for them to look up? And they'll be investigating during this session.
The
and I'll try and
last
get
note
back
I
to you.
have is that they find out what they can about kidnappings.
Kidnapping. So that I probably asked you, and they said that they would look at kidnappings.
That
Okay.
would be my assumption based on my notes
Maybe
from last
also
time.
whale nappings. Call back to episode 1 where we still don't know what happened.
Ideally,
Or why.
we should get that resolved. For today's episode, I wrote a big list of all of the mysteries that we haven't resolved yet, and tried to figure out how to get to there.
Susan, I can't.
What happened to my headphone?
Is your headphone being weird?
Yeah, it's like just a brick in my ear.
Okay.
It's a brick. I'm sorry.
There we go.
Thanks, Maddie.
Hi again.
That was supposed
Sorry.
to be an Easter egg.
It's supposed to be an Maddie's okay.
So,
Presumably I can't see her.
we'll
What?
we'll say that we wrapped up that day, and if you guys had some free time events at the moment, we'll go ahead. We'll go around the room and figure out where everyone is at in their lives.
Nice.
We'll start with Maddie and stream our way clockwise. If that doesn't make any sense, that's fine too. Maddie, how are you spending your free time?
I get a montage,
Yes.
right? And I can either spend it on on a mythos or a logos theme, right?
In general, or you could work the case.
In general, or I could work the case. What is the case currently? No,
That's a really
say
solid
that, but like
question.
I know like the big I know the. Sorry, I just realized how that sounded. I know. I know the big overarching like themes and things that we're looking for. I guess what I'm asking you as the MC is kind of just for a bit of direction on like what aspect I should work, or I don't know. There's just a lot to go from. I guess I'm looking for just like a little bit of direction.
Okay, so if you're so inclined, you can explore your mythos. You can. Are you asking specifically about working the case?
Yeah, about working. Would I be working on it? Would I be working on it? Or you know, I guess I'm just
Wow, Maddie, your voice is so musical when you're a robot. It's like Sherlock. It's so good.
Gone.
I'm coming back.
Goodbye, St. Louis.
You guys, am I still here or no?
Yeah, you're here.
Okay.
Alex, you're here, yeah.
I think Jeff and I are splitting bandwidth. And,
Oh no.
So I figured out which one has Maddie, and I tried to join that one on Discord, so that was the issue. I'll join the one that doesn't have Maddie again, and it should be fine.
Aw, Jeff, you ruined it.
Oh,
I thought I understood it.
So you're
Oh god, echoes.
fucker. So
You need a laptop.
So yeah, sorry about that. You briefly turned into robots, Maddie.
Yeah.
Okay.
I know you didn't want to, but
I didn't.
So I had asked you. You were asking me specifically about working the case, and then you said something about.
Yes.
I lost.
About Rip Bop Ip.
Yeah.
Okay, so I guess I'm wondering kind of what that would look like, being that I am used to working in a group scenario in this game. Working by myself, am I putting myself in any kind of danger?
No, you wouldn't really be putting. It's unlikely that you would be putting yourself in danger. If that's a thing, if you were trying to go on the attack, you could absolutely do that because this game is mostly open. That said, working general down to specific, you would be trying to explore some question that hasn't yet been resolved in the case.
Okay, well, the last few times, I know I've worked on my Mythos theme once, and I know I've worked on my Logos theme of my job, because I really didn't want to lose my job. I think this time I'm gonna go... Okay, I'm scared to work the case because I don't know that I'm ready to ask the right questions. So, I will work on...
Dramatic pause? Or did we lose her?
No.
Oh, okay, good.
She's pausing.
No, it's a dramatic pause. I'm looking at my character sheet. I want to work on my first Logos theme, which is my unity with sea life, my working with a group of colleagues, and my people are very helpful whole thing. So basically, I want to pour a little bit more into my defining event.
Into your defining event?
Yeah, that's what it was.
Sure.
That's what.
What's the name of that particular Logos theme? Like the name
All
that
right
you gave?
now.
Do what?
Ha.
All right now.
Baby, it's all right now.
Oh, okay.
Ha. Get
Okay.
it? Get
Cool.
it?
Yes. She lost her left arm. She lost her left arm.
Yes. She's left-handed.
It's all right now.
All right now.
Right.
Okay. Cool. Then we'll go ahead and we'll keep going clockwise, maybe, unless Nathan's busy. Are you busy, Nathan? I won't be able to say.
Yeah, he's busy.
Okay.
He seems busy.
Susie,
Yo.
how are you spending your downtime? We'll come back to Nathan in a minute.
Good question. What are my options?
Yes.
in general,
Your logos and your mythos
options
and
are to
chop.
give attention to one of your logos themes or one of your mythos themes. Giving attention is like repairing whatever damage you would have been doing in going on your things. Like, if I had said your cats are starving because you forgot to feed them, then that would be an important thing. They're not starving. You're safe.
Sure.
Exploring your mythos, on the other
Got an
hand,
auto feeder.
You can talk to ghosts and talk to cats. Can you talk to ghost cats?
I
Probably.
assume.
It'll be fun.
Exploring your mythos is to try and chase down whatever that overarching overarching question is that should be written as the mystery at the bottom of your theme.
Bottom of my theme?
I don't know. Not the bottom.
Not the weakness tags.
Is that my question?
Is it in me? Yeah. That's a question that you could be trying to find the answer to you on.
Okay.
You can work the case, you can get ready for the next activity, or you can recover from the last activity, and your head is still kind of hurting.
Oh, that's fair. In theory, what happens if I get 3 attentions or 3 fade cracks?
I agree with that question.
Okay, so if you get 3 attentions and you fill up your attentiometer, you get to upgrade your theme, which means that you can add a new weakness, you can add a new power tag, you can warp it, change it. There's a whole bunch of... There's a section in the book that I'd have to look at, but it evolves your theme is the short answer. Fading and cracks, though. If you fade, it's identities crack, legends fade, right? So your logo's themes get cracks. Once those have cracked all the way, you lose that theme. So, again, not to pick on your cats, but if that theme had gotten all of those cracks to it, your cats would no longer be a feature in this game. They would go away. You had to get rid of them. They would be dead because someone stole them or something. But that isn't the case. You're safe. Your cats are fine.
Do I, in theory, get a new theme?
Yes. You always have 4 themes. So if you lose a logos theme, then you would replace it with most likely a mythos theme, which is to say, in the terms of what the game system is trying to do, it says that aspect of your life has been overrun by.
That's a relevant page.
That's for downtime montages, I think.
I feel like
that aspect of your life has been overrun by the mythos. Like, you can't feed your cats anymore. You got to go dispense justice.
I can't feed my cats anymore because I'm too busy being a cat.
Yes.
Alright.
That hasn't happened, but...
Okay. And I still probably have at least a little bit of status because I need to... I worked too hard and hit my head.
On the plus side, you do have a better ability to read auras now. So
Nice! Am I supposed to write that down somewhere?
you could, or we all remember it. Either way's fine.
Okay. But like officially,
Sure.
there's not a place I'm supposed to note that?
You can note it in the power tags. Like, enhanced or whatever.
Enhance!
Or do a plus next to the relevant power tag.
Where
There's a
hypothetically
little
in
like
the book would that be
fire
about?
next to that.
I can
power,
check.
Next to some power tag. Okay. I think I'm gonna like rest up and stuff. I think I
Fix
need
your
to
head.
do that. Fix my head.
Get your head
Can I
right.
heal small wounds my own self?
Basically.
Nice. I'm gonna do that.
Okay, give me just a second while I try and find the thing for Jeff so that he can do the thing.
Okay.
I too would like to add or mark a 3rd attention and get a benefit.
Haha. Right, I have 2 attentions on a thing, and I kind of want to do it, but I also kind of want to not have a migraine anymore. So.
Nathan, we're gonna double back onto you, I think, because we skipped you. If you're back now.
Double back on me now?
Yeah.
Cool. So, I was thinking I kind of want to work the case.
Okay.
I'm curious about the water guy that we ran into.
Okay. The bald fellas.
Yeah. Now, I know Otto didn't come into direct contact with them, I think. Because that was, like, he was in the second car.
Mm-hmm.
I also don't want to, like, scope out Yakuza headquarters. Am I still able to work that case, or?
Sure. You can always work the case. You just have to give me means and a source.
Source. Okay.
Yeah. So, like, you could hypothetically say that you're going to use the Yakuza headquarters as the source, and your means is driving around, but, you don't want to do that, you're saying. So, you'd have to come up with a different source for whatever information I'm trying to give you, and whatever means specific to the source.
Okay. So... Do we know what happened to the cars that were involved in the accident? Were they confiscated by the police, or did they end up in, like, a junkyard?
I think they were most likely in a junkyard.
Mostly junkyard?
Yeah, they were towed. I don't think they're in police custody because, as far as they know, it was just a simple accident.
Right.
Or at least that's what you guys had said to the police.
Is it okay if I go to... Here's what I'm thinking.
Mm-hmm.
Go to the junkyard, check up, see if someone tried to reclaim that car?
Sure.
Okay. Do I need to make a investigate roll?
I would have to double check in the book. It'd be on page 267.
Okay.
Give me just a second. Oh no, you just get 3 clues. Yeah. Tell me what you're doing. Ask me 3 questions.
Clues. Wow.
Yeah.
Okay. So can one of them be... Has someone picked up this car? If I give the description.
Okay, so you go down to the impound lot or whatever. Tell them that you're checking in on an official police business, or however you want to smooth things over with them, such that they would answer your questions. And they tell you that no one has come to claim it. That in a couple of weeks' time, they know who owns the car because they've got the plates and registration and everything. If no one comes to pick it up, they're probably going to pass it off to the fire department, and they'll use it to practice using the Jaws of Life on.
Oh, interesting. Okay. Cool. Are they willing to give me that license and registration?
Yes, they would be willing to, given that you're working with the police.
Cool. Is it any name that I recognize?
Is it a name that you recognize? How are you trying to find out about the name? Oh, you're just looking at who owns it?
Yeah.
I mean, it's a Japanese name that you don't recognize. I'm losing the stream. Oh no.
Yeah.
Robots.
Yeah. Oh, there you are.
Awesome. Oh, sorry.
No, you're fine.
Did
we
you
lost
say something?
You.
Oh, okay. So a Japanese name I don't recognize. That's fine. I'll store that information for later.
Okay. That works for me.
And with my third ass, I want to know if they have a mechanic that they'd recommend.
That they'd recommend? Sure, for your car or...
Yeah, I think my car is still totaled.
Yeah. Yeah, that sounds about right. Yeah, they got a guy. They pull out Rolodex because they still use those here. And they pull out a name and a referral, and they hand it to you.
Cool.
I like that idea. Using your ask to find somebody to help you with your car.
She said it's not.
Right, now I know what I'm doing in my next downtime.
Yeah, right? And getting the car back.
Yeah. All right. One step at a time.
Okay, Susie, did you make a decision proper on what you were doing? Or?
I think I'm gonna do the rest and recover
Okay.
thing. What's that mean? What do I do with that?
You're recovered from your status. You no longer have that splitting headache, the migraine. You can see the colors with all the added effects, but it doesn't cause your brain to hurt when you do it.
Nice.
That said, how is it that you're going to be resting and recovering? What does that mean for Corinne?
That means I'm going to take a personal day off work.
Okay.
Spend some time at home, do like some light workout and training and yoga and hang out with my cats.
Okay.
And just kind of have a chill day inside the apartment.
Okay. Jeff, what is Owen up to these days?
So I'm going to mark attention for my job at the library.
Okay.
That'll be my third attention there.
Oh, snap.
And
Congratulations.
so, thank you. I'm going to just not mark the third one and get rid of them.
Get rid of 2.
Yep.
Yeah.
And I'm going to choose, for those of you playing along at home, on page 276, attention and improvements, I'm going to choose a theme improvement.
Okay.
And my...
Oh, no!
My job, since it's a routine, one of the routine theme improvements is good memory. So every session, I don't know how I mark this in there, but this is the thing that I'm going to go for. So good memory. So every session you can choose to get up to 3 clues on a location or person within the domain of your routine. The first clue is free. When you take the second clue, the MC gets to ask you a question which you must answer truthfully. On the third clue, you expose yourself to danger. As in the investigate
so you
move.
get up to 3.
Up to 3.
Okay.
Yes. And then, so things within that would probably be, since the library specializes in city history, so like out in the field, I could be like, oh, I remember that about the city. And then we can build clues from there.
Nice.
Neat. Thank you for reading all of that. So
No
that I
problem.
don't have to. It's a big old book.
I was wondering what happened when we filled those up.
What?
Improvement is what he did.
Yeah. Once you hit the 3 on 276, it's got the breakdown of how to improve your theme. But the basics are that you can choose a new power tag, that you can add, remove, or rewrite a weakness tag, which sounds like adding a weakness sounds like it would be a bad thing, except that every time a weakness is invoked, you add attention. You mark attention on the theme, so it would be easier to develop the character if you've got more weaknesses. You can choose a theme improvement, which is what Jeff just did, and that's got specific quirks to whatever the type of theme is. Right. Or you can reset your fade or crack.
Oh man, I didn't know that thing about every time a weakness is invoked, you do an attention thing. I could have been doing stuff like that.
Yeah,
I've done that a lot.
Sorry, I'll try and be more mindful of people's weaknesses. It's a little bit harder for me because I don't remember everyone's weaknesses off the top of my head. But honestly, remind me, that wasn't a good excuse. It's poor DMsmanship. I apologize. But if you guys could do me a favor and keep an eye on your weakness tags, and I'll try and be a little bit more creative with invoking them in the future.
Yeah, for sure.
Cool. Okay, Jovery, what are you up to?
Jovery. That's where babies come from.
It's the egg.
Only kangaroos.
So, on that, so I think Avery is going to continue exploring her power.
Oh, hold on.
Joe's a robot.
Last time
your power.
Eat loop.
That's helping.
Now,
I love the face that Joe's using. That's really good.
Okay. I think you're back. Sorry about that.
Nope.
Nope.
Still frozen.
Yep. For fuck's sake.
Joe's a robot. A freeze robot.
Got prepped for the next step.
R&R'd.
I have to wonder if in the future it'll be easier if...
Yeah. All right,
oh,
cool.
God.
Yeah,
oh,
I
God,
can-
now we're
I
getting
can
it all
hear
at
you.
once. Oh, shit.
Works on my box.
Hi. Sorry, you're back, maybe?
It's terrible. You were back all at once. Everything you'd said for the last, minute happened in, a 3-second interval.
That's good.
You know, they might offer fiber in St. Louis.
I just got the email today,
We're looking into it.
and we're moving.
So now that I'm back, I'm going to explore my mythos some more. Last time I went to a coffee shop and saw what sort of antics I could get into.
Mm-hmm.
I decided that she decided to escalate it a bit, especially after having her powers work so well on Bradford. She is basically going to a club and she's going to see how many guys she can control simultaneously.
Nice. Okay. It's like that scene from Code Geass. I love it.
Yeah, so she's basically trying to get everybody to do a synchronized dance and then just having them do ridiculous things. Nothing violent, but just
so that you did it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. It's
disco dancing.
Oh yeah, and or slow dancing with a bunch of guys slow dancing with each other that otherwise wouldn't, stuff like that, just for the hell of it. Yeah, I think that's about it for her.
Okay, so you will be marking the 1 attention on your mysteries theme. Are you a 2? A 3?
Yeah. So a couple questions,
metagame
questions, if you don't mind. One, are we supposed to have downtimes in between every episode or just in between some episodes?
Usually the downtime occurs when it's possible for downtime to occur. A lot of the episodes that we've had have been in sort of quick succession, so not necessarily every time.
Yeah. Okay. And then one last question is, are we still doing the friendship things or no?
We haven't been keeping up on that at all.
All right. We don't have to. I was just asking because I forgot about it and remembered it today.
Yeah. I tell you what. Why don't we leave that off of the table for the next episode or two? And
Sounds
then
good.
If we get renewed for a second season, I'll go over the finer details of marking weaknesses and keeping track of friend and foe counters.
Sounds good.
Okay, sorry about that.
Totally fine.
Patrick, Allyson, what are you up to?
Allyson. I need to repair my cherry pie, my laptop.
Did it get hurt?
No, but it needs to be upgraded.
Okay.
And
okay,
yeah.
so attention to it.
Yeah.
Okay.
So yeah,
Some
we're
TLC.
spending some time with it. I have a repair kit for it, but I might be buying some better components.
Getting new Linux distro on it, I get that.
And I heard these components are going to be in a shortage soon, so I
no.
better buy them now.
Putting a Bitcoin miner on there.
Yeah.
She's ahead of the curve. Okay. And then one of the other aspects to exploring. Oh no! Wait, hold on. That might not be right. Everything that I've said so far has been correct, and then I cut myself off before I lied to you.
Uh-oh.
Yes, that is fine. What I said was correct, and I should stop there. There are no more words for that.
Yep, that's what I'm doing.
Okay. So that is everyone, though, right?
Yep.
As far as I know.
Okay, good. Okay.
What's up,
I
CC?
hate to be that chick, but can I change mine? Because I didn't realize the thing about if you had marked a crack to it, basically you're repairing it there. So there's no crack for me to repair with my theme that I chose. So I'd love to just mark attention to my mythos instead. And work
sure. Sorry, I when you described it, I heard you saying it as that you were trying to mark attention for your logos theme. I apologize. Yeah, that's fine. That's fair. That's good. Yeah, and it. What does the camera see for that portion of time? What is CC doing specifically?
So what that looks like is CC trying to experiment a little bit with the more elemental things that you can do with water, as far as she's thinking about times where water hasn't really been the like pushing. It hasn't really done anything. Like I can't. Whereas, say there's a door that needs to be opened.
Mm-hmm.
If I could freeze the water or find some way to like alter it in that way or heat it up, that would be really, really cool. And she's also watched a lot of like mermaid shows, and that is a thing that mermaids can do sometimes, is heat and cool water. So she's gonna specifically be looking into heating and cooling it and see if there's any kind of emotion involved with that can help her out. She gets herself really angry, maybe it gets really hot or something. So she's just kind of exploring in that way to see if she can do a new thing.
It's like a training montage sort of session for her.
Yeah.
Okay. Cool. Well, things continue in that vein rather peacefully, I guess, for the better part of a week. And I guess there's our piece for the war and peace and bombs, but not peace. And at the...
Wait, sorry, is it and not peace or but not peace?
War and peace and bombs and not peace,
Okay.
I think.
So next is bombs.
Bombs would be next. Or war.
If we're going in order, we had to have had war previously.
There was a turf war.
This episode.
At this
on
point...
City of Mist.
Goku! I'm gonna send an email. I'm not gonna send an email.
Not bad. Sending it to Patrick's Raspberry Pi.
Things happening.
Here's the thing that I did earlier today. I was working out all of the finer details for the session tonight, and I was like, man, I'm very pleased with the work that I have done, and then I left all of my notes at work. I just still have all of my resources, so...
Are you remote operating your computer at work?
I am not doing that.
That would be spooky.
Never. So while Patrick is working on upgrading his computer and sliding and fitting everything into place, at some point I would assume that he would be checking his
Raspberry Pi.
It's the unseen. You said it was like a peer-to-peer network, but not like like Discord for crazy people.
But like, harder to get to.
Right.
Dark
Yeah.
net.
You would receive a message through there. Let's set the stage. What time are you finishing up your repairs?
Well, he has a desktop as well. It's just his laptop that he's repairing.
Right.
So in theory, it could come anytime. But probably finishing up, I don't know, like 2 p.m. or 3 p.m. or something like that.
Okay.
I feel like it's a multi-day affair, so like maybe he bought parts yesterday and then got to work on them more last night and today sort of thing.
Okay. I think that this will still work about right. However the time management works out.
Whatever time you want it to be.
Around time, so. The email will come through, regardless of when you finished. The email will come through around 6 o'clock. And like I said, I'm not exactly sure on the finer details because I don't have access to the unseen. But you receive some manner of direct message. I'm going to send that through text message. It's the power of cell phones.
Spooky.
That'll show up in the group chat in a second. Unfortunately, I don't have the ability. I don't have the ability today to pop this up on the stream, so I'm going to need one of you guys to read this out loud for me.
It's in the group chat.
It is in the group chat.
Should be.
Titled Cryptic Email.
The forward, though.
Yeah, just in case. So anyway, you get a message that comes through.
Okay. You want me to read it? Or
Please.
Okay. So there's some weird spacing in periods, but our audience will probably get the gist of it. It says, "Very ingenious, guys and gals. I must regretfully inform you of some explosives I may have set up. It is important you not waste any time, as the timer is set for 8:30 and you will have to race to the key, locations to stop them. Every second counts. Good luck.
Oh, shit.
Then there's a string of, like, letters at the bottom.
It's not Hex.
It's not Hex.
I got this. I watched so much Gravity Falls.
And out of character, it says, if you are reading this, BI, this is a puzzle for a tabletop role-playing game and not a thing at all. So I would like my recorded statement to also include that.
Totally fair.
Is that Alex trying to entrap you?
I think so.
That was me. Yeah, I got
it. I'm gonna get arrested. Oh man, now I have a puzzle to work on.
Are you forwarding that to the rest of the group?
No! Why would I do such a thing?
Alright, Avery's just making everybody do the thriller dance.
So there's a way to solve the thing, obviously. I would ask that if you figure out what it is to solve it, you not cheat.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
No, I wasn't gonna cheat.
Yeah, no, that's fine. I just...
Although lately I haven't been very good with ciphers.
I gave Allyson the cipher a couple weeks ago, and she spent like an hour on it.
I spent like 2 hours on it, and I got nowhere. But that was in Japan, so maybe it was jet lag. We'll see.
It was probably jet lag.
Well, the characters are different over there.
Yeah. Okay. You have to move on to someone else because I'm going to look at this now.
So officially nobody but Patrick knows about the cipher. Or about the...
Or are we going to team solve it? We can team solve it in real life.
Only team solve it if you let us, Patrick.
No. In real life you can help me.
Oh, okay.
But...
So, okay.
Character Patrick would not be asking for help.
The spacing.
Yeah, the spacing is weird.
Yeah. But Vigeneer is not a thing, so I don't think it's like the first letter of each line.
For reference, chat, Vigeneer are the first letters of each one of the lines.
Right, but I mean, can we also make words like fine gear or never something?
Maybe.
Never
ge.
Never egg spelled wrong.
What if we just...
Is it an elimination thing?
Are you asking me?
I was asking the group. I also put the long string in the chat.
We're losing people just a little bit.
Okay. I put the long string of letters in that chat as well. So we've got that there.
Oh, cool. Thank you.
Mm-hmm. I think it is correct. I didn't know if maybe the Vigenere were things to either remove or to apply to the long string of characters at the bottom.
The colon throws me off.
Yep,
me too.
If you were to just read it as a sentence, you could say you will have to race to the key locations to stop them, which could make sense, like specific locations. But why is there a semicolon?
Oh.
It should be a colon if it's not.
Oh, sorry, regular colon. Yeah, sorry. Regular colon.
Not waste any time. Timer is set 8:30, and you will have to race to the key locations to stop them. Wait, am I allowed to comment or help on this puzzle if Patrick hasn't sent it out to the group?
Yeah.
Well, you can comment as Nathan.
Yeah, not in character.
Yeah, I believe this is us all applying our knowledge to Patrick's intellect.
Because otherwise you're going to have to wait for me to solve this, and that might take a while.
Okay. Cool. Because, yeah, I'll just forget everything I know about copters and ocean. Other things that I don't know. But I think key : locations is like you said, it's odd. So I think that's the actual key. So we're supposed to be looking at locations of the letters or the spacing or something with this message.
Yeah, I like that.
I'm also not sure if there's a time element that matters. Like 8:30 is spelled out in text and isn't 8:30.
Or it doesn't have a dash. Sometimes you would do 8-30.
Right.
I hate ciphers because that could be a thing that's either really important or it could be a thing that's not important at all. And there's no way to know.
You just have to think like Alex.
Yeah, okay.
Careful. Not trying to hurt.
Also, they may have set up the explosives. So there may not be explosives.
So really, I don't know if
we can err on the side.
Especially when this time of day.
Like shit like this. Did it go into his spam folder?
No, it came.
Okay.
So it's probably legit.
Do not know.
If I can interject to help, or if you guys don't want me to, I won't say anything yet.
That's okay.
You guys made an assumption pretty close to the beginning of this spiel that was wrong.
Okay.
Okay.
Oh. Okay. Oh.
Oh, this isn't my ear.
Oh, hey, it says every second counts. Do you think it's like every second letter, every second word? I don't know. Every 60th character.
That would be interesting.
That would be awful.
That would be a lot of counting.
I didn't do that to you.
Ingenious, and I regretfully you some I have up.
Might not be every second word.
Is you waste time. The is set. No, the is for.
The is for.
30, you have race. The locations stop. Every counts. Luck.
There you go. It's all clear now.
Legit. I think that's it, guys.
Pack it up.
Alternately, for every second letter, the first word is virginous.
Not the case. I'm gonna run to the bathroom real quick. No one solve anything.
Okay.
Keep trying to.
Well, I'll tell you what I'm working on. I'm trying to run the thing at the bottom as an, I think it's called an @bash cipher, but it might only be called that if you do it with A being B and B being C and so on.
Okay.
It's where A through Z, that's supposed to read.
Yeah.
And then you mix up another letter with it. I'm just looking at like frequently used letters like G and trying something like E there, trying a vowel, and seeing if I can figure that out.
Good luck.
If there was a hint in the message as to like what letter that would be really cool. But that might not be an @bash cipher at all. I'm just trying something.
Yeah, everything's worth trying.
Vigineer is an anagram for I revenge.
Thanks, Jeff. I'm sure that's it.
It's probably
that's the key. What assumption do you think we were wrong about?
Do I think? What are
the spacing's gotta matter. We're not wrong about that.
That is for sure the case. The spacing has to matter. What are the things that you guys found that were suspicious about the email?
The spacing, the colon,
And that seemingly random string of capital letters at the bottom.
Okay.
8:30, and Allyson pointed out the second counts, but...
Okay. What was, like, chronologically... I guess let's go through them one at a time, then. What was the first thing you guys found suspicious?
The spacing.
Okay, and what does the spacing then reveal?
Vigineer.
Okay. Which...
Anagrams to I revenge.
No, maybe. One of the first things you guys said about it was what? About the word Vigineer?
It's not a word.
Vigineer.
That's not a thing. Are we allowed to look up what a Vigineer is?
Yeah, I assume. Since,
oh my god!
Since Allyson...
What's Vigineer?
Since Patrick has a...
I clearly already looked it up.
Cipher.
Yeah.
Is a method of encrypting alphabetic text. It uses a simple form of polyalphabetic substitution. A polyalphabetic cipher is any cipher based on substitution, using multiple substitution alphabets. The encryption of the
we gotta find the key.
Original text is done using the Vigineer square
The key's
or
location.
Vigineer table.
The key's locations.
Okay.
To help you guys out just a little bit, as Patrick's research would no doubt reveal, can I share this? Yeah, I can share this. As Patrick's research would no doubt reveal, Vigineer's cipher, you can calculate as long as you've got the key. Without the key, you'd be mostly screwed. The easiest way to solve such a cipher would be to take the first letter of the key, which in this case would be, someone help me out?
Locations?
You?
No. What?
You.
Yeah, you.
L.
And then they call this decryption by subtraction. So you take the value of you and then subtract the value from the key, where the numbers are ranked from 0 to 25.
Oh, okay, so U is like 20, right?
20, yeah.
Man, if I was a
Ish.
computer, I bet I'd think this was
And then
fun.
minus 1 because it's
U is
the first in the key.
Then you would subtract, no, pardon me. The value in the cipher is a 20, right? And then you would want the key value, and what's the first letter in the key?
L.
So the value of L should be 11. Just say if you had a handy table.
What are we doing?
And then from there, it's a simple A1Z26.
Yeah, hold on. What did you say?
What are we
So you
doing?
take U minus L,
U minus L, and then whatever that answer is
so you get 9. So whatever the 9th letter of the alphabet is,
where A is 0.
A is 0.
Yep.
No, A is 0.
Wait, is A always 0?
In the Vigineer cipher, yeah.
So
Man,
it's a
I didn't know we were
J?
doing zero-based
So
things.
it's a J.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
I tried to share the sheet that had all the numbers and the instructions I gave.
Nope.
Okay, well I did my best.
Uh-oh.
I'm gonna
O
start
minus
from
O,
the-
guys.
I'm gonna start from the last letter so that we're
0.
working into each other.
F
That's what I found
minus
out
C.
in my
Here,
much
Joe.
more
You do the
interesting
math
Google search.
parts.
Say
I'll
this.
write it
It's
out.
pronounced Vigineer.
Vigineer. I didn't manage to look that up in time.
Or
You can write
It's
it.
a polyalphabetic substitution system created by Blais de Vigineer.
I minus I.
Oh my gosh.
F minus O. Q minus N.
wait, F minus O?
Yeah.
-9.
-9.
Hypothetically speaking, if it's negative, add 26.
Add what?
26.
So it loops.
Okay. So
Can't
loop
be
it
negative,
around.
You have to go back around.
Mm-hmm. Can't have an unletter.
G minus O S E.
Hey guys.
Yeah.
I know that we're working through this. I think well, I'm having wait. So I got the first 8 letters, which are Jade Guard, and then the cipher changes after those 8.
I don't think that should be the case.
Really? Because I got Jade Guard, L key, Eve.
Did you hear Alex's note about adding 26 if it's a negative?
No. I'm just jamming this into...
Q minus N is 3. That's where yours changed. Was Q minus N.
Oh, wait. Y minus T?
Yeah.
It's 5, which is F.
Yeah.
Jade Guard F.
Hold on, that can't be right.
No, it's clearly Jade Gardell.
Those are very different things. F Q W Y.
Where's my chat?
E O N.
Wait, why did you change?
No, I didn't. I'm reading this side.
No, you did location. It's just location repeating.
It's just location.
Locations with an S.
Location.
That's the first rule of real estate.
There's an S at the end.
Yes.
Oh,
Locations.
location.
Oh, that's probably why.
Okay.
Okay, we're back on track now.
Oh, yeah, I got it. Okay. Am I cheating?
No.
Probably.
I used an online decryptor.
Oh yeah, that's
Then you cheated.
I specifically asked
cheating.
you.
Don't look at the chat. I wasn't aware.
You need to roll for that, Nathan.
Oh, whoops.
We're doing it manual. Hold up.
Okay, don't look at the chat.
No, look, we're not looking.
Sorry.
Apparently, a Visionaire cipher is much better than a simple monoalphabetic substitution cipher because it levels out the letter frequency tells, which is how Maddie was trying to solve this cipher at the beginning. So, if you use a Visionaire cipher, all of the letters appear in like much more equal frequencies. So you can't do that thing where you're like, oh, this is the most common letter in this key. It must be E.
Yep.
Also, Visionaire created this cipher when he was 26.
Damn, dude, what am I doing with my life?
Right. Sorry, 26 through 39. He was like creating ciphers and working as a cryptographer. Because this is what I'm doing instead of solving the cipher.
Learning about the cipher, becoming one with the cipher.
Yeah.
I like that they're writing over one another. That's cute. You see?
Are you talking about us?
Yes. How did you know?
Joe does the math part, I do the looking part.
Ah. So
because in real life, I am not Patrick.
Is that an I or an L?
I.
So it's I minus I.
Yeah, it's 0.
The Visionaire cipher was known as the undecipherable cipher for over 200 years after its creation. Because nobody could break it.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
over 200 years. Let's see.
It's a very tight cipher.
That is.
S-E-A.
Blé de Vigenère was born in 1523 and worked on ciphers between the ages of 26 and 39. And then
Seaside.
nobody cracked his cipher until 1854.
This was a guess because it doesn't add up because that's the implication.
Tiny Maddie is like actually crying and dying right now because I used to know all of this stuff. I was so into codes when I was little and ciphers and like deciphering things. I was in this spy club with Scholastic. They would send me nerdy spy shit every month, and I didn't remember any of it, and this was my one chance in life.
Aww.
This is never gonna happen again. I had to
Okay,
use
what's the last one? What's the last letter?
It should... E, I think?
L minus P.
Is it L minus P
minus
P minus L?
How would I get that confused? It's locations, and I rounded around. It's P.
So, maybe I did my math wrong. P
Locations
minus
doesn't
L.
have a P in it.
4.
You said 14. Joe did it wrong.
I said...
Joe's math was wrong.
Oh,
For the record. I knew it had to
It's
be.
not Seasido.
Seasido.
Oh man.
We probably should have known that from context.
Well, I knew it. I didn't know why.
Also, the guy who broke the Vigenère cipher in 1854, his work was never published during his lifetime.
No.
And in fact, it didn't get published until the 70s, not the 1970s. So the Vigenère cipher was basically unbreakable for well over 300 years.
With one exception that no one even knew about.
Yeah, that one guy in his one journal that didn't get published until 100 years after his death. Thanks, Charles Babbage.
It's called a Babbage cipher.
And he's the guy who broke the cipher.
Call it Babbage Key.
Mm-hmm.
Is that the guy that cooks the food from the movies?
That's Benjamin
Really?
Babbage.
Babbage's?
Babbish.
Oh.
EB
And
Games?
Kings?
Yeah. Babbage's.
Yeah.
It used to be EB Games before it was...
Oh.
I think it was bought by EB Games.
Before EB Games was bought by GameStop, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, Patrick has solved the cipher.
How far did you get, Jeff? I'm curious how fast two
How speedy
were.
Jeff's math is.
Yeah.
How fast a
I
single
messed up,
person working
one
on
thing.
his own.
Oh.
2 things.
Do you want us to reveal the answer, or are you still...
I know what it is
Okay.
by hearing everyone.
Oh, I'm sorry.
I just need to check my math in 2 spots.
How spoiled, Jeff.
Go for it.
Okay.
Where shall we
Patrick
go?
has stared longingly at the cipher and found that it reveals...
Patrick probably did the Nathan method and put it into a computer.
I was going to say
Right?
something like, pretend that the calculators were DDoSed, and then I didn't say that, so don't worry, they weren't.
Yeah, so it says Jade Gardens Courthouse, Seaside.
Or
That
he
seems
messed
like-
up 2 numbers. It says Jade Gardens Courthouse. Sierra.
Okay, so now he will text the group. Or how about he texts Captain Davies?
I think
Because
he's got Davies' number.
yeah, because that's probably the person who's like.
Hey, Davey, what?
Didn't you? I mean,
What
didn't you,
you doing?
didn't you go through the police records? You should have his number even if he hasn't given it to you.
Right.
Yeah, yeah, no, I haven't. Yeah.
Got it. Got it.
Yeah, it's one of those things. Yeah, I'll just text him and say, hey,
Thanks.
I received an encrypted message about a bomb threat. at the Jade Gardens Courthouse Seaside dash, and then like sign it, like hit return dash P.
Okay.
Because he thinks that's pretty like cool.
Pretty hackerly.
He thinks that? Allyson thinks that.
Patrick thinks that.
Totally.
Yep.
To clarify, are you exclusively texting Davies, or are you telling your friends too?
Yeah, I'm telling Davies because I feel like he's the one in charge, and if he wants everybody involved, because
Patrick respects the chain of command.
he does respect the chain
That's
of command because it's a dangerous thing, right? Like you don't want everybody running towards a bomb, potentially.
Okay, I guess I could have done this earlier.
As we all know, Davies is a very good judge of character.
He is. We do
He
know
is.
And a shark, apparently. According to some.
that. According to some.
Some theories.
Oh yeah, and then I sent a second text that's the deadline is 8:30.
There might be a bomb.
Important information.
Give me just a second while I fire up some names real quick.
Okay.
The name generator.
The name
He's
generator.
firing up the Davies simulator on his computer.
To see who's believable. Is Patrick
Hello. My name is Philip. Philip Esmeralda.
Wait.
Did you forget to turn off exotic names?
Ottoline? No.
Ottoline?
Ottoline.
Nope, that's
Oh,
like
that's
a featuring
Nathan's
name.
cousin.
Yeah, and there's a Patrick on this list too. Let's fix that.
Solid name.
You have a Liam?
Okay.
Ooh, Liam's good.
Nah.
Liam Henderson.
Alright.
So
That was
you
cool.
get
Name generator.
text back from Davies not too long afterwards that just says
Patrick.
P question mark.
Oh, he doesn't know who I am.
I don't think he recognizes the phone number.
Okay, so he sends back a text, and it says, "This is Patrick," and he puts this face.
Oh.
What a good face.
So you
that
get
is.
your a phone call back, I guess, on the number.
Oh, I get a phone call? Okay.
Bad on the phone.
Sorry.
You can just not answer it.
He'll answer it. It's a
Okay.
bomb threat. You should probably really care about that stuff.
Yeah, this will be faster for Davey since he probably can't text as quickly as you can.
He's older.
Since he's got crocodile claws.
With the
Yep,
shark
since
fin.
he's a shark.
Shark fins, yeah. Hi, Patrick.
Drink.
What's this about a bomb threat?
Yeah, I got
Yeah.
a message through my normally docile companion at the Unseen, and it's telling us about. It says maybe a bomb, so that's why it's a threat, not an actual bomb. But there was a cool cipher with it, and I figured it out though.
It's
So... He probably does a little bit. He's real excited. And yeah, so I think you should probably decide how you want to handle that and if it's real or fake.
Not telling him how it is.
I mean, okay, so you received an encoded message through a private channel, some hacker thing,
Yep.
right?
Yep.
Well, I mean, we should probably investigate this as a bomb threat, I'm thinking.
Yeah, probably. That's why I sent it to you, Mr. Captain.
So if it's, you said the
Captain,
time
sir.
limit was 8:30 in the text.
Yep. Yeah, the
That's-
message suggested that it would go off at 8:30.
What time zone?
I assume it's local
It's a
time.
time zone difference. We don't know when.
That would be tragic.
Maybe UTC? Sorry, I'll stop.
He
Los
checks
Louisiattle
his
is
watch.
online.
You can hear him check his watch over the phone. He says, "Well, it looks like it's 6:15 now. We're gonna have to split up what bomb squad guys we've got. Do you and yours want to accompany them, or?"
Oh, if you think we can help, then I'm sure everybody, would I can't speak for them, but if you think we would be valuable assets, then it's worth asking.
Okay. Okay, I'll send a message to Detective Brody, and I'll let you guys figure out the finer details, but you should probably go out. How likely are these people, would you say, based on the content of the hash, or not the hash, pardon me, doesn't know that word, based on the content of the cipher, to be powered individuals?
To be powered, I'm not sure, but to at least have some aptitude for computers, definitely. Because it's not easy to get your way into this group, let alone send a message that I don't know who it's from.
Okay.
So they at least have some aptitude there, so whatever you think about that, I don't know.
Okay, well, I'll send my guys.
Yeah. Okay.
I'll send one to each of the locations. Is it any more specific than just the broad terms that you've given us, or no?
Look. I don't think so.
That's fine.
Yeah.
We'll send them out. You guys meet up with them at the locations.
Yeah. Nope, it just says Jade Gardens Courthouse, Seaside.
Who's Davies sending?
Davies is sending, I don't know if they'd be agents, but you've got a Rosalind, an Alicia, and a Humbert.
Can you spell Rosalind?
Roslyn.
Alicia.
Alishia. Weak. Sorry to all of our Alicia fans out there who spell their name like that.
Humbert?
Humbert.
Alright. Are they going in that order? Rosalind goes to Jade. Alicia goes to Courthouse. Okay.
Bomb Squad.
Oh, these aren't one location. This is multiple.
Yeah, no.
That's
I was on that same thing. I was like, he's sending multiple agents. And I was like,
but
oh yeah, the Jade Gardens Courthouse.
Seaside.
Yeah,
you know,
and I thought Seaside would have been like a north, south, east, west sort of thing, like wherever the ocean is on that side.
Right, it's not the land side, it's the seaside.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Not windward, but leeward.
Yeah. Not turnwise, but Withershins.
Yep, Withershins. Yep. What does it make? I mean, it makes a triangle. What is? Where are these? We don't have a big map. Never mind.
You have that one map if you wanted it. I can find it for you.
Cool. Yes. I'll look at that.
So he sends a message to Brody.
I like paper.
Saying that...
I know the Dewey Decimal System.
Paper's good. It can't run out of batteries.
I knew it!
It's upside down.
He sends a message to Brody saying... Or I guess he would call, actually, and inform you of the situation, that there is a bomb threat that he is dispensing? He's dispatching, is the word.
There you go.
It's dispensing agents everywhere. There's no seaside on this map.
There isn't any seaside on that map, though.
I assume it's east. I don't know why.
Well, that's fine. We can work with that. He's saying that there are 3 different locations that he's dispatching the agents to. He wants you guys at those different locations, but he's leaving the specific division of it to you. He's dispatching one to the courthouse. There's only the one courthouse.
Right, sure.
He's dispatching one to Jade Gardens Park. They're going to ride in the same car because they're not very far from each other. And he's dispatching the third to Seaside Amusement.
Okay.
Your whale place.
The whale place.
I'll leave it to you guys for a second.
Those are the places we've been.
Banana.
I'm going to leave it to you guys for a second to figure out the dividing so that I can go to the bathroom.
Okay.
I'm buying time.
Can we just assume that, like, all of this deciding who goes where is going to happen in a group chat?
Yeah.
Like, Corinne is going to text, like, to the group chat with everybody and be like...
Do they have group chats on flip phones?
Sure.
I think we've operated under the assumption that we did before.
Yes.
Okay.
We definitely have.
Modern flip phones, probably.
No, but this is 2014 flip phone.
No, I know, but modern flip phones.
Okay.
2014.
Question.
Question.
Is there anything else left in the cipher that would help us determine which one?
Because
the rest of the cipher was irregularly formatted.
Yeah.
In a way that maybe is just to throw us off, and maybe that's a red herring, but
Well,
it also says every second counts, so I don't know if the second location is most likely.
Yeah,
because there's 3 locations.
And the weird line breaks may only have been so that the up and down spelled Visioneer.
That's fair.
Yeah,
that's
we did use
point.
those.
And then the colon was there just so that you had the separation of
the
key.
was.
Yeah. So I would figure we're mostly done with the cipher.
All right.
But maybe that
every second.
The last,
I'll let you know.
Yeah, the last part doesn't correlate really.
Which last part? What do you mean?
Where it says every second counts.
Might just be for the
spacing.
So are we splitting the party?
I think we're splitting the party.
I think we have to.
Are we?
Avery's gonna go.
Well, there's 3 locations.
There are 3 locations and there are 6 of us.
I'll never
Grab a
ride.
buddy.
I need a ride.
I got
Avery's going courthouse.
I'll go to the park. I've been there before.
Seaside.
Okay.
Who's going where? Okay. Avery is on courthouse duty along with Team Alicia. Seaside, making sense, is Cece. And then, who is on Gardens? Patrick, did you say you were Gardens?
Yep.
Okay, I'll hit Seaside with CC.
To see what we can see, CC.
Haha!
I'll catch a thing to the courthouse.
Okay, I'll do park.
Help me.
So Team
Is
Rosalind
Otto hip enough to catch an Uber?
Jade Gardens.
There are
I'm
only
Owen.
blacks he wouldn't
I guess I may have to.
And
Oh,
Rosalind Jade Garden is Patrick Otto.
Oh, you have to go with Patrick, huh?
Alicia
I
is the
chose
courthouse
last.
is Avery Owen. And Humbert Seaside is CC Curran. Sorry.
You said Alicia's going to the courthouse and she's got who in tow?
Avery Owen.
Okay.
And then Humbert is Seaside with CC and Curran. It's Team C's.
That's right. CCC.
And then Humbert.
Because we gotta see what we can see, CC.
Right.
That's true.
At the
We did that
bottom of
one
the deep
already.
blue Humbert.
I know, I got 3 C's. And I'm really happy about it. There's 3 of...
Wait, there's 3? I thought where's Bert going?
CC
Aww.
and C. For Curran.
I'm definitely gonna call him Bert.
Bert?
CC, Corinne, and who's our guy?
Humbert.
What's your question, Miss
or
Allyson? I'm
as
sorry.
I affectionately call him Bert.
How are there 3 C's?
Oh no,
CC.
something
Never
about
mind.
Maddie.
Seaside
I thought-
is an S.
Right.
I
CC.
thought all our names were
Is
C's.
her name.
Oh no, there's not a bomb squad
CC
person with a
and
C.
CC and Curran.
This is the
Right into the
important part.
This is the cipher.
No.
Patrick's in decrypting mode. He thinks there's
Where are the C's?
The patterns are
Seeing
everywhere.
patterns.
starts finding the number 23 everywhere.
Oh, no.
Weird, terrible movie.
Number
Who's
2.
our
No, it's
detective?
it's really good movie.
I don't know.
Who's my detective?
Who's what?
Patrick's detective is Rosalind.
Yes.
Roz.
You could call her Roz.
So,
I don't know
No.
if she'll like that.
Rosa. It's
No,
Rosa from 9-9.
It's not Rosa.
Okay, so I guess we'll start off with Team Jade Garden.
woo.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Team Poor.
You guys arrive on the scene, like at the entrance to the park, the front entrance to the park. It's a big park. It's not like a big... There's a gate that you walk through that would qualify as the main entrance, but it's not like it's fenced off.
I want to check the entryway to the tunnel.
Okay. You're going to
Since we
investigate,
know that.
or are you just going to, like, stare at it? Either is fine.
No, yeah, I want to look if there's... Because, like, Patrick's prior experience with this park would lead him to believe that if explosives are going to be stored somewhere, it would be like somewhere like that.
Okay.
I think that's a good idea. But did Rosalind bring some bomb squad equipment?
Ooh,
what's the bomb procedure? Because I don't think we should just open up doors.
That's probably true.
When you guys arrive on the scene, you see Rosalind. She's got big gloves. I'm not going to be
like
the best at
mitts.
making, like oven mitts, except with fingers.
Sure. Like Muppets.
Like a Mexican
You look
restaurants
excited.
that wear to,
Do we have a dog?
No dog. I'm very sorry.
No working doggo.
But those doggos work so hard to sniff those bombs.
That's true. They probably should have brought one.
Oh.
Hummer could be a dog.
Well, she sees. Hold on, you're not there. No, you are there. She sees your disappointment and radios in to see if they can get a dog.
Nice.
She's got the big oven mitts with the fingers. She's got a drone.
She's got a drone in 2014.
Not like a flying drone, but one of the little wheelie guys with like an RC car.
Yeah, it looks like Wally.
Rob, the robot.
Looks like Rob. Just as prone to falling over.
That's no good.
And like a briefcase that you assume is full of bombs cutting equipment.
Okay.
Rosalind, Muppet gloves.
And she's like, so, you guys the guys?
Drone.
Are we doing this?
I resent that term.
Do what?
I resent that term.
Okay, that's fine. But you're the people that Davey sent. He warned us that it would be the two of you.
Sorry.
This is mostly rhetorical. I know that it's you.
Yeah, guys guys have special knowledge about this situation or that we are very close friends, and I don't think either applies, which is why I resent the term.
I think she's
I love it when Patrick
presenting with an
Patrick
excess of
an
excess assumption of friendship.
Sheldon. It's good. It's good for me.
So she says, do you all know where the bomb is? Or how are we doing this?
No.
How fast
We were just... Davies told us to come here in case we could help out, but we don't have any really special information. I mean, there's this secret entrance to a tunnel that we know of.
That sounds promising.
We've previously found a dead body in these bushes over here, so... There's a lot going on at this park.
All right, you guys. Do you have one place or the other you prefer?
Otto, I would like to go.
Let's do the tunnel. I don't think a bomb gets planted in a bush very often.
Probably not.
You never know.
But are you worried about like opening the door? I know you were nervous about the safety.
Well, I mean, we have the bomb robot, right?
Yeah, you could send Wally
Yeah.
first.
So she breaks out the little drone RC car and wheels it into position from a safe distance towards where you guys indicate
Do they understand that reference?
secret passageway would be. And she does not appear to find anything there.
28.
Oh,
Okay, she opens the door and nothing explodes.
28.
Correct.
Yeah, okay.
28.
I mean, does the robot have like a camera? Like, can it periscope into the hole? Or
Ooh.
Oh yeah, it absolutely can. It periscopes its weird neck, head, eyeball into the hole. And a flashlight that you didn't assume would be on the edge of the neck illuminates the hole, and it does not see anything.
Wally is a lot cuter
Okay.
in my head before the periscoping neck eye.
Nope.
Nope.
It retracts the periscoping neck eye with a weird sort of metallic
oh, it's that. Okay.
clicking noise.
Okay. So no bomb in the sewers or in the tunnel.
Yeah. So there's a series of buildings around this park, right?
Mhm.
There's a school or something. Is that
There's an
right?
academy.
Yeah, there's
There's something across from us off Gradio Street. And there's something off Singleton Street.
It said it was in the park. It said Jade Gardens though.
said
Right.
turns.
Yeah.
And are those things in the park, or am I getting my boundaries wrong?
I think you're getting your boundaries wrong.
Okay.
Is the park bounded by the streets and the academy?
Yes.
Off of Singleton and Gratiot? Or Gratiot?
Gratiot?
Yeah.
Gratiot.
And then,
not the brown shit, but the gray
Street, I would
shit.
assume.
So like that little hex area that I colored. I can't
Yeah.
that area.
Okay.
Yeah, park. That area
So
is the park.
You're great.
That's the park. Otto, maybe you could do a flyover and just see if there's any like weird signs.
See if there's some weird signs.
You know, the casual bomb just laying there.
Hey, there's a big black
Where was
box on the ground
the
behind
other
that
location?
bush.
I'm
that you guys
assuming
were
they'll have
talking
brightly
about?
colored wires and blinking lights
What,
that you'll
Alec?
be able to see from the air.
Definitely.
Where was the other location you guys were talking about a second ago?
Well, I found a dead body in the bushes before, and there was also this tree that attacked us. So, either of those might be something.
Is Rosalind in on team?
Yeah.
Knows what
Very
stuff is going on?
fortunately.
Okay.
Rosalind, at the very least, is in on this.
Okay.
Okay.
that's good.
Let's investigate those bushes then.
All right.
So
Sure.
upon your indication, she fires up Wally again and sends him towards the bushes.
Wally.
Yeah, the neck eye periscopes out and puts its face through the bush when you hear a beeping coming from the control piece.
Oh no!
It looks like this is the place.
Oh no!
And then we'll go ahead and we'll cut suddenly and dramatically over to Team Courthouse.
Sorry, it was in the bush.
Oh,
Yes,
that's
it
the
was in the
cat,
bush.
not
Oh,
the
no.
bomb-sniffing robot.
No.
I
would've
was
been
very
good, though.
confused by the purring.
He's so loud.
It's fine. I was just.
It timed up when Alex said there's a beeping, and then all of a sudden there's a purring noise.
He's so loud and he really likes the mic.
Oh, hi, Mo.
Okay.
He says hi.
So we're gonna
So we dramatically switched to one of the other options.
Yeah, he
Yes.
definitely said hi.
we're gonna cut over
Hi.
to Team Courthouse.
Okay, I'm gonna AFK for a second.
All right. Good luck.
Oh,
Goodbye.
Alicia is there to greet Avery and Owen.
Woo!
She doesn't salute, but she waves.
She wave with the Muppet glove.
Do what?
Does she wave
Yes,
with
she
the Muppet
does
glove?
wave the Muppet glove.
Good.
She waves. So, you guys are the ones that Davey sent?
Yes.
Yep.
All right. I've already roped off the area. Everyone's been evacuated from the inside.
Great.
If you guys want to follow me in, and she leads you in. Is there any place in particular that you guys can think of? Like, I imagine that if they were going to set something with the intention of demolishing the building, they'd probably put it in the basement or one of the structural supports somewhere in the building.
Okay.
I can begin my check there. She pulls out a walkie-talkie because she's got a walkie-talkie. She says, I'll start at the basement. I'll work my way around to the first floor structural supports. If you guys want to check anywhere else that you think might be important, let me know.
Okay. We could check. We know about the secret room in the courthouse.
I think judge's quarters is probably best bet. Yeah.
Okay.
It's the other place we found a body.
It's true.
Okay.
Oh,
Bombs
lordy
and bodies,
loo.
bodies and bombs.
Bodies and bombs.
Oh god, we found a body at Seaside too.
It's true. But we didn't find a whale.
No. They were fresh out.
We
Actually,
found
you
a
did find
suspicious
the
absence of
Yeah.
whales.
whale. Not at Seaside, but in general, you found the whale.
One
Anyway,
less, one less whale in the world.
you guys get to the second floor, which is where the judge's room was.
Oh, okay.
I mean, the room is still there, but he's obviously not.
Sure. They move those bodies after a while. They start to stink.
When you open the door, on the desk, the judge's desk, former judge, judge's former
The
desk,
late judge.
you see what you assume to be an explosive device.
Okay.
And
Neat.
naturally, that means that we're going to cut over to Seaside.
Woo!
Bomb on desk.
Um,
Good
To
job,
the closet.
Avery.
Oh wait, let's play this out.
Oh,
Right?
I guess I should ask before we do the cut. Are you guys going to radio over to Alicia or no?
Oh, yeah.
Okay, good.
Okay. I'm gonna put this cat down
I'm
because
not
he's getting squirmy.
qualified to defuse a bomb on my own.
That's true.
And there's no one for Avery to talk to.
Cece and Lynn, you guys meet up with Herbert. Humbert, not Herbert. Pardon
Humberg?
me. Humbert. Humbert waves. Hey,
Hey.
I'm here. You guys were sent by Davies, I think.
Yeah.
I'm Humbert. My friends call me Bert.
It's just as the prophecy foretold.
I'd love to help you guys out with this whole bomb situation, kind of diffuse the situation, if you know what I mean. This little bomb humor joke.
He's
Anyway,
so
It's a coping mechanism.
Hi, Humbert. It's nice to meet you, Detective Brody.
Nice to meet you, Brody.
This is Cece Seda. She lives here. She works here.
Oh, you work here? Oh, that's exciting.
Yeah.
Can you think of anywhere that would be like really bad for them to blow up, aside from just generally everywhere?
Anywhere that would be really bad for them to blow up?
Yeah.
It's inside a whale.
Probably.
No.
There is a closet where all of the main piping and heavy machinery for all the pumps at the water park is. So anywhere with all that machinery, if that went out, basically the whole park would have problems.
Okay. To clarify, as Alex and not Humbert, is that the same closet where we found what's his face?
Good buddy Roland.
I was gonna ask you. Let's say yes.
It
Okay.
sure is.
It's up to you guys.
Sure is.
Roland.
Humbert
have
gets
a
really
family.
excited at the prospect of his job being that much easier. It's like, well, that sounds really good. Yeah, let's start there, and we'll work our way out to like the expensive animals and like the gift shops and information centers. But we'll start with your idea. I really like your idea. We'll start there.
I like that Bert thought that they'd go for the most expensive aquatic animal and blow that up.
And the gift shop.
Everyone knows you have to pay for your aquatic animal by the pound.
It's true.
Increase that
It's true.
radius.
There's no bulk discount.
No, quite the opposite, in fact.
Oh, wow. Okay.
So you lead
Because they
him.
come with a service agreement,
That's
so the
what-
bigger animals need more food.
Oh, yeah, that makes sense. You have to feed whales a bunch of cabbage.
Yep.
Do whales eat
Manatees.
cabbage?
Manatees.
Manatees.
eat cabbage.
Cabbage.
Okay.
Whales eat online currency.
Hey.
Got him. So
I bet we find a bomb in that closet where we found Roland's body.
yeah, you're led over to the closet where you found Roland's
body.
body. Bert, very carefully, very delicately for someone his size, and he's like 6'5",
Nice.
Oh, wow.
comes
Bert's a
over
giant.
and gently slides the door open to find a bomb inside, and says, "Well, you know, that is kind of weird. That's probably the bomb."
Okay.
Oh, it's okay. It's still. You said it's 8:30, right? Like we've got another like hour yet, so we should be good.
Yeah, but still, guy, I only got one arm left.
I'll try and make sure that you go home with exactly as many arms as you started the day with, unless you started with 2. I don't know if this is a recent development.
No, I'm good.
So
I'm gonna waggle my nub.
uh,
Do I have to roll to waggle my nub? Is
you
that
do not have to roll to waggle your nub, no.
Oh man, we haven't rolled any dice yet today.
Shh, don't tell Alex.
Ooh, hold on.
Did you find the bomb there?
You guys do find the bomb there, yes.
Do you
That
observe? Do
is
you
what he's saying.
perceive the bomb that is here?
The bomb is there.
Roll an investigate. It's a bomb.
It's a bomb. You found a bomb.
Bert was right. He's good at his job.
You see how the bomb is just sort of sitting there in the middle of the floor like that?
That's weird.
Like I'm I mean, I am a bomb guy, but I'm not like a bomber guy, so it's a little bit different. But like,
if I was gonna plant a bomb,
if I were to plant a bomb, I wouldn't put it there. That's just gonna like blow a bunch of stuff up. It's not gonna cause any like long-term meaningful damage. It's mostly gonna be superficial.
You're right. It's not like on the machinery or anything. It's just kind of laying there.
Yeah. Right. Weird.
Well, that's good that it won't like completely destroy the water park and everything. I guess.
Yeah, no, like bombs are bad, and that's why I'm here. It's just, it's peculiar, you know. Yeah. Like I don't know why you'd waste all the time and risk all that everything, the bomb material, if nothing else. Just putting it here when it's not really gonna hurt the park.
Well,
do you think someone lured us to this location? Shit.
Let's say, it might be worth mentioning that place where the bomb is where we found a body like a month or so ago.
Oh, holy cow! Like a dead body?
Yeah.
Okay.
Not a normal body.
He was just taking a nap.
What? Why did you find a body? Was there?
Well, I think that's where he was killed.
Okay.
And so they just left him there.
Well, that's fair.
Yeah.
That's probably an awful lot of heft to have to move around, especially after you kill the guy.
Yeah, I mean he was like an adult male. He wasn't like a big guy like you, but he was an adult male. So it's that's a guy.
Well,
I miss him.
Right, Roland.
I tell you what, I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna get started on defusing this bomb.
Cool.
Yeah, if you guys want to just hang out or whatever, like that'd be good.
Is there like a safe distance we should hang out from?
Yeah, maybe like outside.
Okay.
Would be good.
Because like I know this bomb isn't gonna like completely destroy everything if it blows up, but I also don't want to die today, you know?
No, that's fair. And like I said, equal body parts, morning, noon, and night. That's my motto.
Thanks. I appreciate that.
Greater than or equal to the number of body parts you started with.
Greater than or equal to. I don't know. I don't know that I want greater than body parts.
So you can trade them out.
Godspeed, Bert.
So Bert goes in to the bomb.
Immediately blows up.
You can hear him muttering to himself about how it's not particularly sophisticated and it's not the craziest bomb he'd ever seen. But he's getting to work, and it will still take him some amount of time.
And no battery.
He's cutting, not the wires, but like shaving things back on the bomb, trying to get to like the core of it to see what mechanisms are driving it.
Got a potato peeler.
He's got a potato peeler that he's just taking layers off. Yeah. Bombs. That's how bombs work, I think.
Yeah.
Much like
bombs
really?
Like ogres.
No, just like carrots.
They're nothing like that.
Oh.
While he's doing that, you hear the scraping against metal from his work. You also hear sort of like a wet sort of splotching noise.
I hope it's a whale.
Rhythmic.
I hope it's a dancing whale.
Is the wet sort of splotching noise coming from the bomb as well?
No, the bomb would be on the inside, and this is definitely coming from outside.
Can I roll some sort of dice to see what it is?
Sure.
He almost forgot about them.
Like, what's the equivalent of a perception check in this game?
Investigation.
Okay. That's an 8.
Okay, you got
That's a success.
Yeah. I accidentally closed my window that's got my tables on it.
Nice.
I think is that one? Yeah.
Is that no bonuses?
Succeed, but with complications.
Okay.
That's what it says on how to play.
That's right. So you've got your means. If you would be so kind as to identify your source, your means, and what you're trying to find out.
My source, my means, and what I'm trying to find out. Okay, my source is that drippy sound, wherever it's coming from.
Sure.
My means is going closer to it. And what was the third thing?
Your question that you're asking me that I have to answer.
What is it?
Oh.
What do?
It's funny that you should ask.
So.
It's a series of... Oh, hey, my window's finally popping up.
Nice.
It's a series of 3 sort of creepy, crawling... what would you call it?
Critters.
Critters is good. It's like a mess of tangled algae and moss. That is somehow quadrupedal. And the 3 of them are crawling their way towards you.
I'm gonna go see why Cece made that sound.
That is kind of a surprising noise to hear her make. And upon investigation, you see the 3 creeping, crawly kelp monsters.
How big are they?
Is there anyone around?
No, the park's been evacuated. There was a
Oh,
bomb
right.
threat.
Good.
How big are they?
I'm trying to figure that.
Cat
Bigger than a
sized or
bread box?
corgi sized
No,
or Great
larger.
Dane sized?
Bear size?
Really low, slinky
Well,
bears.
Shetland ponies.
Really low slinky bear? Like a sun bear?
Yeah, they're like maybe like 2 feet off the ground, but they're crawling at you. They're longer than they are up and
Big
down.
enough that I can't just stomp on them.
Oh, so they're not on the ceiling. They're coming at us on the ground.
Yeah, they're
I was picturing ceiling for some
sorry.
reason.
Oh, yeah.
They're not lickers, no.
I guess probably because of the dripping. Ugh.
Lion lickers.
No, that's the noise of their wet
Okay.
hands, as they're calling towards you.
Gross. Are they wet?
Yeah, they're wet.
Are they wet?
Yeah.
Ugh.
Murder
Okay,
them, Cece.
Take their moisture.
They're wet. Dry
Moisture
them.
yeah.
farm them.
Freeze them. Boil them.
Mash them.
Stick them in a
Stick them in a
Right.
stew.
Yes!
stew.
You
I
guys.
Kelp monsters.
I think Cece's really freaked out and she's gonna hit him with all she's got. All she's got in this moment
Exploded
being
ice.
trying to take whatever water is on their bodies and use it to shove them up against like the wall closest to them
Pin
Okay.
for a geschmack.
helps to wall.
Should I roll some dice?
If you're hitting them with all you've got, yeah.
Okay,
He's pretty stable.
that's a 7.
You said
Okay.
12.
I'm gonna
That's a
add my
success.
water bending power tag for an 8, but I know that just keeps it in the same.
Which is fine. Hit it with all you've got. Pick one from the table. You've got good positioning, status +1, control collateral damage, take the target's attention, gain the upper hand, and that's all for until you've enhanced your hit it with all you've got.
And is that the thing where you get a thing?
Say again?
A hard move?
Like the one I don't pick, it's gonna happen? Or is that.
There will be,
don't
where
think you take
possible,
part.
collateral damage unless you choose to control the collateral damage.
Okay, I want to gain the upper hand.
Okay. In your mind's eye or whatever, what does it mean to gain the upper hand in this instance? Like, what is
Good.
she doing?
In my mind's eye, I want to knock them over, so that they got some of that going on.
Okay.
I want them to be the buggy, gross equivalent of prone.
Do they-
Okay.
are
So, you said this is
distinguished by talking about 'em?
gaining the upper hand. That's what you said. Okay.
Mhm.
So they're going to get flung, the 3 of them, I guess, back. Oh, this will be great. They're probably. Did I say how long they were?
You said they were longer than they were tall, but you said
Didn't.
that they were about 2 feet tall.
They were about 2 feet tall from the base of their hands to their shoulder. Shoulder isn't a good word for what they
Like
are.
the
They're kelp
question
monsters.
marks.
Do what?
I don't like the question marks. Poorly defined kelp monsters.
Yeah. They're maybe like 7, 8 feet long.
Jeebus.
Yeah.
They're kelp centipedes.
Can you reach my water bottle?
Do you remember the
4
wall
legs.
shadow
Gross.
from Yu-Gi-Oh?
The wall shadow from you.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
what they look like. Yeah, thank you guys. They look like the wall shadow from Yu-Gi-Oh, except made of seaweed.
Thank you.
To the internet.
I was like, get behind this.
For those of you that aren't used to card games.
Sorry.
Interestingly enough, I played a lot of it. Oh, yeah.
Never actually played Yu-Gi-Oh.
Okay.
So you fling them back, but they flip onto what you would consider to be their back. At that same moment, as they land on their backs, their arms flop the other direction because they don't, specifically speaking, have bones, and prop themselves back up.
Neat.
Self-loading mechanism.
Well, just as a quick, free sort of not gonna roll dice or anything, Cece's gonna remember she can talk to sea creatures and go, "Hello."
Very brave. Corinne, what are you doing?
I'm trying to think.
Oh, they don't say anything back.
It's not their initiative.
Okay.
I'm trying. I've been trying to think whether I might have anything that I could use to set them on fire with, and I don't know that I do. I have a gun, but since they don't really have bones, I'm also assuming they don't really have heads or vital organs, so shooting them probably won't do me any good.
You're in that weird closet. Is there anything in the closet?
Is there anything in the closet? Can I roll to investigate whether there's anything in the closet I can use?
It'd be changing the game, but yeah.
Okay, change the game.
And changing the game will determine the contents of what's in the closet.
Nice.
Yeah.
Excellent. Okay, I'm gonna roll
It's a torch,
change the
oddly
game.
enough.
Looking for anything from a rake to a flamethrower to a real big net. To,
I like a big net.
I really
anything I could use
industrial size
to
pesticide.
I really
right?
hope it's a flamethrower for when the whales get out of line.
If there's any if there's any kind of anti-algae or anti-fungal additive that they put in the whale tanks that I could splash on top of them that would dissolve them. And basically anything that could contain, disperse, dissolve, or likewise impact these creatures.
Very potent chlorine.
Right? Something. Anything. Nope.
What do you add to it?
That's a good question.
What 3 things do you add to it?
I have great reflexes.
Doesn't seem applicable, but okay.
Keep going.
I don't really...
You have a sense of belonging.
I have a sense of belonging. I'm,
You're grateful for your life. That may be applicable soon.
Right? I'm gonna pull situational confidence from sense of belonging.
Okay.
So I'm gonna add that. I'm gonna add that power tag. That's 2. I don't know that make them attack me is really applicable yet, but I'm not attacking them, and I am waiting for them to attack me as soon as I can figure out what I'm going to use as a defense. And what's the thing? Retaliation mechanism. That's 3.
Okay. I'll give you 2.5, but
still only
that's
6
less
and a
than
half.
7.
Yeah, no, that's fine.
Can I roll again?
No.
Can I have a mulligan?
You're safe.
She uses her...
While you're digging around in the closet, Bert, who is your +1 juice in this instance, will say, "Hey, what are you looking for?"
Anything that'll help
down.
me with these guys. Do you see a real big net or any kind of anti-algae, anti-fungal additive for the water or a flamethrower?
Anti-shadow.
Yeah, there's a kiddie pool set out of the a lazy river. I haven't been here in a while, but they've got a bunch of chemicals over there.
Rad.
Yeah.
Thanks. Anything say anti-algae, anti-fungal, antibiotic, anything over there on there?
Chlorine.
Yeah, chlorine. There's
Nice.
a big batch of chlorine over there.
Excellent.
That they would use to shock the pool in order to kill all of the algae and fungus
I'll
and
take
whales.
it.
and whales.
Sick.
You gotta clear out the older whales before you can put in the new ones.
That's true.
Ew.
So you grab bags which you can
I don't
carry,
record
Yep,
them.
I'm gonna do it.
and you've got.
That's not how that works at all, whale biologist.
Right. You've got your kits, your chlorine treatment kits, And I guess you would be doing your best to hit him with all that you have.
That's right. Yep, I totally would. Let's see if this goes better. Yes! That's a 7.
Nice.
Right there.
That counts on a hit him with all you've got. This is another case of picking from the table.
I think that's a 7. I am gonna make them attack me, because I'm gonna wait for them to, like, approach me, and I'm gonna try and, like, trick them into jumping into the... I don't know what I'm gonna do.
You're fine. They're crawling towards you.
Hit with all you've got. Good
Pick one from the table.
positioning. Status +1 tier. Control collateral damage. Gain target's attention. Gain upper hand. Defend another 2 targets for status +2. Why do those have asterisks by them?
You can't use them if they have asterisks.
Oh. Alright. Control collateral damage or take target's attention? I'm gonna go for take target's attention.
Okay.
I want them to pay attention to me so that Cece can sneak up behind them and boil them or something. In theory.
So you throw your chlorine treatment on them, which does have a profound way of shocking them down. The big chunks of seaweed and algae sort of slump to the ground, and then I guess pour would be the right word, but separating is the more important one.
Nice.
Revealing in their wake as they are defeated 3 Bridget's crosses.
Oh shit! Oh shit! Animated algae.
From the tree. Yeah.
Oh no.
At this point, we'll flash back to the courthouse.
Does that mean we're gonna get attacked by office plants?
Worse. So you guys
that window we can't get out of, they're just gonna be covered in vines.
You guys were radioing for Alicia, who was downstairs on the first floor.
Mm-hmm.
You hear the of her bounding up the stairs.
Nice.
She's very fast. Not inhumanly so, just the normal type of fast. She gets upstairs, disguising cleverly the fact that she's out of breath, and says, "Oh, I guess you guys found it. I'll get right on that."
Nice.
She
Good luck.
Takes off her backpack. It's one of those little camo military bags.
Cool.
Pulls it open, reaches inside and grabs a bunch of wires and stuff, or not wires, wire cutters and things, and sets off to go to work. She gets one of her tools out and then puts it towards the bomb, at which point you become aware of the room itself. It's still... The placard on the door still has the judge's name on it. It looks like it hasn't been repurposed or gifted out, or however they say, giving it to somebody else. The thing that you do notice there that would give away, I guess, what I'm trying to get at, is there are a lot of "we're so sad," taken too soon, wreaths, garlands, and the like. What do you call them?
Flowers.
Apology bouquets?
Funeral flowers.
Thank you. Funeral flowers.
Arrangements.
Yeah. One of the wreaths, is it lilies or the sad dead one? Mm-hmm. Okay. A wreath of lilies unfolds itself and then wraps itself around Alicia's hand that she's trying to use. It seems to have a pretty tight grip, and she's... for sure shocked and surprised to see it acting the way it is.
Spooky.
And then she starts to scream about the pain in her arm. It's got a much stronger grip than she was expecting.
Okay.
Who do I have? Avery, what are you up to?
Well, Avery had the thought go through her head. Planted. So,
oh boy,
the plant isn't a guy.
No. Got him.
Right. So she looks around the room to see if there's the plant is around Alicia at this point?
Yes. It's wrapping itself around her arm and pulling her towards the wall.
Right, so Avery looks for any, like, cutting instruments, knives, paper, that may be in the office still.
Okay. Do you want to investigate?
Armed with a escape.
I will investigate. And I got nothing, so just gonna roll it plain. That's a 7.
Hey, 7 does work, though.
Good enough.
Right?
So go ahead, ask me your question. Given that you're looking around, you're trying to find out, is there anything sharp?
What is the sharpest thing that could conceivably, like, cut this? So paper cutter. Something small wouldn't work, but a little bit larger and sharper.
Okay. You look around. You grab a desk drawer and slide it open, and inside you see a pin, which you suppose you could stab somebody with, a highlighter, which would probably not be particularly helpful, and a box cutter, which would.
All right, yeah, I'd take the box cutter and. So Alicia, does she have like the full bomb?
Say again. Does she have the full?
Does Alicia have the full bomb suit on, or is it just the glove?
She's just got the gloves at the moment.
Okay, and it's around her, like, not bare arm, but like underneath a sleeve arm.
She's wearing a full length sleeve, but it's wrapped around her arm, above the surface.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's still attached to the wall?
Yes,
okay.
Where it was hanging.
Okay, so it's on the wall, like tendrils out, wrapped around to her arm and pulling her towards.
Okay, then yeah, I try to cut at the tendril.
Okay. You want to go toe to toe with it?
Sure.
Toe to tentacle.
Toe to tentacle.
Oh, gross.
Still got nothing. Go for it. That's not bad. 8.
8? Nice. That means picking 1 from the table. The table for go toe to toe is you either achieve your goal, which I guess in this instance would be cutting her loose, giving a status to the thing that you're hitting, or blocking their counter.
Sorry. Say this again. I'm
Giving
trying
a status. Or blocking tables, go toe to toe.
Achieve goal, give status, block their encounter, and I get 1?
You get 1.
Yep.
I'll achieve goal.
Nice. That's so good of you. So you do manage to cut the tendril loose. It falls to the ground, but as you probably put together, a different tendril wraps itself around you in Alicia's place.
Oh no.
Does it have hold of which box cutter arm or free arm?
It grabbed you around your waist.
Oh no.
Okay. This is gonna be where I just like start like trying to cut close. In this situation, you can't like turn.
Yeah, but you can cut the part that's not like right up against you, right?
But it's behind me.
Okay, fine.
I'm not trying to just be weird. I'm just like
okay.
In this situation.
Don't cut towards yourself.
I'm supposed to
cut away from yourself.
Right.
Oh no! Actually,
yeah.
What I do is I like flip around the box cutter and I hand it to Owen and I say, "Please cut me," or get me free.
Or yeah, just like don't toss it at me or anything. But I will be happy.
No,
to take up the
I
box
mean
cutter.
like not sharp stuff.
Yeah.
Oh, smart.
Okay. Box cutter in hand. I'm gonna try and free Avery from her back.
Amazing. Go for it.
All right,
Toe to toe. Unless you're trying to change the game.
No. I'm gonna do steady hands so that I'm as cutting away from Avery as possible.
That's fair.
That's a 6.
Plus 1.
No, it's a 6.
Oh damn.
Yep. Flatter surfaces.
So you reach out to You've got steady hands. For a second there, you're worried that you're going to use the box cutter and accidentally slice Avery open. But that doesn't happen. Something that is not worse, but still awful happens. You reach out to cut when it grabs you by your arm.
Oh dear.
This thing sucks.
At this moment, Alicia gets up and I guess leaps at throws herself at the thing as well, trying to pull the thing free from your arm.
The box cutter? Or...
Trying to pull the tendril away
from
from your arm so
Gotcha.
that you've got your box cutting hand back.
Okay.
Avery, what are you going to do while you're waist deep in this thing?
So waist deep, Owen is within reaching distance of me because he was trying to cut me.
Yep.
I'm gonna just take the box cutter back.
That's also legal.
And then I'm gonna try to cut the tendril from him.
Okay.
I feel like I'm like plugging up a hole, like 2 holes sprout up, but whatever.
It's fine. We'll just keep passing this box cutter back and forth until we're out of here.
Yeah, I'm gonna
Go toe to toe.
go to toe to toe. Again, nothing. Aha, that's a 5.
Jesus, guys.
We're gonna die.
Woo.
Gonna get murdered by plants.
It starts to tighten its grip around you. You reach to cut it, but you're caught a little short as its tightening grip starts to crush the air out of you. We'll go ahead and use this opportunity to amp up the drama and cut to Jade Garden. Don't worry, guys. We'll come right back.
Okay.
Over in Jade Garden, okay, I got it. Over in Jade Gardens, you see through the shrubs that there's the bomb out there, whereabouts you found Tallulah's body. Rosalind looks at you guys and she's like, I mean, I guess this is kind of a risk for a forest fire, but not exactly what I would have done. I mean, I guess we'll go ahead and we'll get this party started. And she gets the RC car and starts to, I guess, fiddle around with it in a way that makes sense to bomb disposal people, but not as much to me. And starts to snip away and do her work. When
the potato peeler on Wally.
Yeah, the potato peeler to get the bomb free.
Yeah.
At this point, you hear the pitter-patter of normal feet behind you. Excuse me, is this the Los Louisiattle PD?
I think only what's her name responds. Rosalind.
Rosalind.
Because
No
I'm
one else
not
is.
PD.
Yeah, yeah. That's a weird question.
Nope.
I'll definitely turn around.
Okay.
Yeah, we'll probably acknowledge the person there, but
Just stand there and stare at them.
You guys turn
Well-
around and you see 2 individuals. One holding a camera, the other a pretty 20-something blonde who you may or may not recognize
Oh yes, my friend's back.
as Corinne's
She recovered from her burns.
Sarah Summers. She's got PTSD, something
Oh,
fierce.
God.
no, it's the person that Corinne was really mean to.
She wasn't really mean.
She was super sassy to her.
Yep.
She was quite sassy.
Sassy.
Blow up her spot. I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
Sarah Summers, Channel 7 News. Is it true what they're saying about the bomb threats? And she thrusts the microphone into Patrick's face.
Oh God.
Just not looking at
She's not having a good month.
Oh, let me think what Patrick does.
Does he just say the
You just point.
situation?
No, but he could come up with a witty remark, but is this so much emotional stress for him that he can't control his powers, and it's just that flight or fight
He just
mechanism?
blinks out of his movie.
Yeah, like I'm wondering if it happens to him.
And
So-
he's gone.
Can you use your weakness tag inside here?
No, because it's outside.
Right, but
I
there's
guess
a
it's-
camera that has
Suddenly
the
there's
shining
just a
light on
hovering
you.
backpack again.
Are you just like glowing because of the camera?
Oh yeah, can I pop the light on the camera? Because it's nighttime, right? There's not like daylight.
I think the sun is setting.
Depends on
Present
what time of year
progressive.
it is.
It's always summer in Los
Yeah.
Louisiattle.
It's true. That's what they put on the billboards, after all.
You could try to blind her.
No witty retort.
I don't think he would
Blindness.
attack her, but no, he's
Poor Sarah Summer.
light side of this. Like his instinct isn't to fight. His instinct would be to like get out of there. But like balancing that with the whole you're on a camera, use your powers thing. But I don't. You think instinct would just kick in? This is very uncomfortable for Patrick. I think. Yeah, I think he would like disappear. Like he's there once and gone the next.
So then would you be changing the game such that you would be... Or, I guess you would be sneaking around probably, right?
Yeah.
I guess it's almost like facing danger to him. The
Okay.
pressure of this.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what
Because
he's trying to
he's
avoid.
avoiding the harm. So yeah, we'll use his light trickery power tag. Oof, guys. Oof, it's a 4.
Oh my god!
Okay.
You can't use his face
Just
anymore.
rolls up in a ball.
So you don't get any of
I don't
these.
get any of this. He gets
I get that.
Once
Okay.
again.
So
yeah.
you're trying to make yourself invisible, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Unsuccessfully.
You start to make yourself invisible, and unfortunately, through lack of concentration maybe, or the stress of the situation, only manage to make yourself invisible from the waist down.
Oh.
Okay.
Oh boy.
Sarah's locking eyes with you. I don't know that she necessarily notices. She's in reporter mode. When the cameraman says, "Oh, that's the weirdest thing. Hold on, Sarah, come look at this." She turns away again, not making eye contact. It's almost good fortune that she doesn't look down at your lower body, and she looks at the camera. They're looking in the little
Playback thing.
viewfinder.
The viewer, yeah.
And he says, I don't know if the guy's wearing green pants or we lost into the bushes for a second. Look at that. It's the weirdest thing. They're both sitting there reviewing the footage, and she says, "Well, I don't have time to do all this. We can just edit it in post, and we'll just do everything from the waist up."
Give him some.
So she comes back and this time holds the microphone out to Otto, who's not experiencing any kind of technical difficulty. Excuse me, sir. This is Sarah Summers reporting with Channel 7 News. Is it true what they're saying about a bomb threat? We've heard reports of a bomb threat here in Jade Gardens, one at the old courthouse and one over at Seaside Amusement. Is there any validity to these statements?
Hi, I am not a police representative, but you're gonna have to leave, and we're gonna be your equipment.
You're gonna need our equipment.
Yeah.
She turns
I
back.
assume Otto was privy to the whole, "Hey, this guy is half missing" conversation that they had.
You probably noticed Patrick's lower half not there in real.
Right.
We gotta edit that in post.
Do I need to roll persuasion or
Oh, I
change the
love
game?
This is so good.
It depends. If you're taking the camera back by force, I would say probably going toe-to-toe or changing the game. If you're trying to convince them that you need to look at the footage, then I'd say convince.
I was gonna take their camera. Poor Sarah Summers.
No, I think I'm just gonna try to take the camera.
I'm just gonna take this.
This is mine.
This is mine.
Oh jeez.
I need this. You
Is
can have it back later.
Is the attempt. I'm going to use my appear as professional and read from the front power tags.
Ooh,
I'm not
nice.
just gonna like smack it. This is like, thanks.
Okay.
That makes sense.
Nice
You
talking.
have authority to take the camera.
Yes, this is the guise that I do this on a daily basis. Steal cameras. That is a 7 + 2 from my power tag.
Okay. And which role type were you making?
So since I'm trying to
Change
take the
the-
camera, I guess I'm changing the game.
Okay.
Or yeah.
Change the game on a 9. Juice equals power, and you use 2 power tags. So then you can create a story tag, you can burn a story tag, which I think is what you're doing, and then you can give or reduce a status. I would recommend burning the story tag of their camera.
Yeah.
Okay. So you
Yeah,
have
if that's a tag.
yeah, and you can still do one other thing. Creating a story tag, I'm struggling to think of what you could do. You could give them a status of compliant 1.
Right? Could I be like, you should leave this scene now?
Well, you told him to leave.
Okay.
Yeah, can I give them a tag of, please, get out of here?
Okay.
Gone now.
As
Go
you're
on
taking
now.
as you're taking the camera away, Sarah turns to the camera guy and says, "Mike, cut the feed. Cut." You do take the camera away. She says, "Look, okay, I get it. Official police business, whatever. We're still gonna need like a badge number and like a thing so we can get our camera back because this isn't ours. We have to return it back to the station. I understand you guys need to take it to your tech department, scrub the footage or whatever. You can't have it go in public, obviously for security reasons. But we'll need to talk with whatever officers on duty so that we can get our things back, and we'll go. We promise."
I don't know why Corinne ever had a problem with her. She's very reasonable.
Right? This is
Corinne didn't have
better
a
than
problem
I
with her. Corinne was just being Corinne. She would have done the same thing to anybody.
She just happened to be at the wrong place at the wrong time. A victim of circumstance.
She asked a dumb question.
She asked a dumb question.
She asked
here,
the wrong
too.
person, yeah.
She's like, "Is it true anything about these bombs?" And meanwhile, Rosalind's like quietly defusing a bomb.
Right, just in the
Feet away in
Right.
the bushes.
Rosalind.
I think Sarah Summers is not a very good reporter.
She's certainly not very good at investigating.
no.
Rosalind turns around while she's got
She's failed
one
on her
hand
investigation
doing work on the bomb and holds her business card out for Rosalind.
Yeah.
Pardon me, for Sarah Summers. Sarah grabs the card. She and Mike take off.
I like Rosalind. She's good.
Once
Thank
they
you,
are
Rosalind.
Oh, no problem. Keep up the good work. Once they are safely out of eye shot, how do we say that? Sight.
Yeah.
Out of sight.
I shot.
Yep.
I like that.
You know how eyes work.
Yeah.
We're all
Because we
familiar.
shoot laser beams from our eyes to
Right,
see.
and then whatever comes back is
Yeah.
what you see.
I mean, yes. Basically.
So once they are comfortably out of
Yeah, that's how eyes work.
Roughly.
once they're gone, you hear a rustling in the bushes that you shortly then discover is not in so much as of the
Oh,
bushes, as the bushes rustle.
Of the bushes.
Bomb!
Bushes attack.
When bushes attack.
Attack.
A
Oh crap.
branch? Do bushes have branches?
Yeah.
Is that the word?
Sure.
Yeah.
A branch of
They're
the
just
bush.
small.
Branchlets.
They're inside branchlets.
Extends
Branchitos.
itself to knock Rosalind away while she's in the middle of delicate work.
Oh, no.
Patrick,
Bomb
you're
blows
at
up.
bat.
Okay. So tree just shot out and
Oh, you
pushed
can't-
her back.
Magnifying glass, burn it.
It is,
Cece's not there.
Trying to
True.
push her back. You see it, and it is making the sweep to go
Just
back.
over
Mm-hmm.
Time seems to slow down as you make your decision.
Perfect. Yeah, because there's not a lot of light, so I can't try to burn it as I normally would. That's a weakness, by the way. My power is proportional to my light source.
By all means, then, Allyson, do mark an attention, as it's dark outside and hard for you to do anything.
What?
What are you doing?
No, this is the branch slowly passing by.
Awesome.
Good.
Okay, then I don't know. Patrick will try to stomp on it.
Okay.
Perfect.
You're trying to cause physical harm to it.
Toe to toe.
Go toe to toe. Okay.
Go to toe to toe. Toe to.
I feel like this is where you're gonna roll like a 12.
But my bottom half, is it invisible still? Because that would be confusing for the attacker.
Okay. Do you want to use that as a temporary +1 when you're going toe to toe with it?
Sure. Since my dice are shit.
My lights are gone. You can't see.
Yep,
the bush.
we got a 6.
Oh my god.
6 total?
Yeah.
Okay.
Nice.
So you
tries to stomp.
You run towards invisibly from the waist down. The branch.
Just a torso.
Yeah. Which is really kind of a mess to look at, but you weeble wobble towards it, and at the last second, I guess you take the branch from the wrong angle. You do manage to prevent it from knocking Rosalind away while she's doing her work, but it knocks you back instead, knocks you down on your butt. Otto, what is your game plan here?
Jeez. So Rosalind didn't get knocked down.
Right.
But
she's
the
still
bush is still moving.
She got
is that
slightly
correct?
inconvenienced.
Yeah.
What do I have with me?
You got the camera.
Dude, the camera. You have the camera now.
It's one way to get rid of that.
Try and murder that bush with that very expensive piece of equipment.
Right.
Fly away.
It does exist as a temporary story tag for you. So.
You could, in theory, try to
use
murder
it to
that
bash
the camera.
Yeah.
I guess. I mean.
I'm being sarcastic. I'm not
You don't
honestly
have to.
recommending that.
Well, I mean,
In fact, I think
so
it's
I'm
a
thinking,
bad idea.
I don't have any equipment. Patrick just tried to step on this and is kind of tripping now. I mean, I could try to catch Patrick, but then I fear that it's going to end up taking in the, happened last time. I'm also worried because I don't know what the status of the bomb diffusing is, and how that's going to affect the bush moving.
Okay.
So, shit.
Let's see, what are Otto's traits? What are his other traits besides the flight?
Yeah, not really
What are Otto's
relevant
traits?
here.
He drives
I'm going to try
helicopters.
to catch Patrick. Patrick falls.
Okay.
So I want to try to keep Patrick from falling prone on his back, so that we're at least
Would be super
up and mobile.
Prone's on
Am I
backup
able to
time.
do that from the position how the bush is moving?
Sure. Yeah. Feel free to change the game to put Patrick into a better fighting position.
Don't waste it.
Oh, that's a...
Oh,
Four.
Oh.
So you lunge in.
We're not changing the game up this.
You lunge in at Patrick to save him from falling down on his ass. At which point you kind of knock heads with him. So you knock his head with your head. It's not enough to knock anybody unconscious, but it definitely smarts. At this point, the bush will sort of grab you and drag you into it. Bunch of thorns and stuff, but it's not like eating you. It's definitely uncomfortable being in a bush. So Patrick, what's your game plan from here? You're on your butt, your head hurts, but you're still conscious and totally lucid.
I think he's gonna ask, or he's just gonna like shout and say like, I need light. We can burn it if I have some light.
Okay. It does occur to you that the camera is still over there, and it does have a flash button on it. Not like a temporary flash, but like a big light.
Yeah. He figures somebody's gonna have to pick that up, though, right? Or is it within my reach?
Yeah.
Like, could I reach for it?
You could run over and grab it. It's just like 6 feet or so away.
The light's there and on. Is it on?
If it's okay, so
it's on,
yeah, it's
bend the
on.
light.
Yeah, okay. Is it shining at me or away?
I guess sort of towards the ground. You know where the camera is. You can see it easily enough.
Well, I'm on the ground.
Do what?
Can you only bend light that passes through you, or
No,
can you just bend light?
I need to be able to, I don't know, like see the intensity of it.
I'm just trying to define it for you.
Yeah. No, like for flashlight situations, I feel like it's like a gun. You have to have it in the right direction to be able to utilize it.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. That's kind of how I've been picturing it.
The camera's only like yay big. You could definitely pick it up. It'll be heavy, but you can angle it if you want.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah, if I can try to like manipulate the camera to get like, I don't know, enough light somehow.
Sure.
I can try and burn the...
Got?
Yeah. Let's try it.
Woo! You can do it, Patrick.
Wow. They went some distance. 6?
16? Did she say 16? I think I heard
I'm sorry,
16.
you dropped for just a second. What was the number that you rolled? Was it 6? Okay, but you are using your powers, right?
Well, it was a 5 plus a 1.
Plus 1 from the temporary camera tag?
Yes, that is also a real thing. Okay. So you've made it to 7.
Should I just lie to you next time, Alex?
No.
I can't tell you not to do that, but you could.
You never know, except you and Joe.
Yep.
So you've got your status plus 1 tier, maybe? If you're trying to burn it?
Yeah, okay.
Oh, and you did use 2 power tags. And... yeah, so you would get... hold on. Nope, you only get to pick one from the table, never mind.
Damn.
But, so yeah. You could definitely try and set it on fire.
Yeah, I want to set it on fire. Yeah, that worked last time when we saw the cross thing, right? Or the knot, or whatever. Yeah.
Bridget's cross.
Yeah, Bridget's cross.
Okay. What does it look like in our TV show? What is happening on the screen?
Well, his lower half is still like invisible, so you pretty much just see a torso on the ground. He reaches over and tries to grab the camera, at least to turn it to like where he wants to go, and then he likes to do this motion, almost like an Iron Man, even though nothing's really
repulsor blast type.
Yeah, but it helps focus his mind on like, this is where I'm aiming my power, sort of thing.
Okay. Cool. So in so doing, you light a fire on the bush, which is quite fortunate. If you had the eyes for it, and I guess you would because you've got this intense light of the fire. You see briefly the Bridget's cross go up in flames as the life of the bush sort of dies out, which is fantastic, except that Otto is inside of the bush.
And there's a bomb in
while
there.
It's on fire. Yeah.
Yeah.
Otto, what's your game plan for the bush?
For being inside the bush?
Yeah.
I mean,
I would suggest you get out.
Right. I mean, yeah, I'm just trying to like claw,
upwards direction.
get out however possible. I'm not sure how much it's like wrapped around me. But I think like getting my legs free is the main concern.
Suffocates the fire.
Do you want to make a face danger roll?
Sure. I'm checking my power tags and yeah, I don't think any of them really apply.
Godspeed, Nathan.
Oh, that is a 10.
Whoa!
Hey, a 10 is a
Finally
10
a good roll.
which means that you defend completely against the status. You tug on your leg and manage to pull yourself free from the bush and jump out just in time. As you pull yourself and extract yourself from the bushes, Rosalind says, "This fire isn't any good for the bomb, but I do think that I've got it in a position where we can move it, though."
This fire isn't good for the bomb.
I believe that. I'm not an expert, but that sounds right.
The three of you manage to run out, bomb in tow, while the bush smolders. And then we'll flash back over to the courthouse real quick. See if you guys can have any better luck now that the dice has had some time to rest.
That's true.
Don't use these. There you go.
I'm gonna investigate and see if there's anything else that we can use as a weapon so that we're not passing one thing back and forth and we can work it tandem.
Okay.
Anything sharp or heavy or burnable or whatever. That's a 9.
Hey!
Limit your question to one of those and I'll try and find an object
Is there anything else sharp?
Sharp? Sure. There's...
Is it a pen?
No. It strikes you as kind of odd that you didn't notice it before, but...
There's a decorative spear.
Worse.
It's a katana.
They're the up on thing. It's not framed. Like in a shadow box.
Okay.
Are some ribbon cutting shears.
Nice.
Like you would use for those grand ceremonies.
Oh, amazing.
Cutting ribbons. All you have to do is pull the box lid up and you'd be able to grab them.
I will try for that.
Yes. What is your aim to do with these shears?
When last we left off, I had a thing around my arm.
Yes.
And Avery's got a thing around her waist.
Yes, that is starting to constrict.
Choking me out.
Is also tied, or is she...
Oh, she's just hitting at it. Yeah, she's trying to snatch you guys free.
Yeah.
Okay.
She's not
Avery
restricted.
freed Alicia and then got snatched herself.
Okay.
I took notes.
Nice, thanks. So I'm tied up, so I'll point out that to... Because Avery's still got the box cutters, right? Or
yeah.
Alicia's got... Okay, Avery's got the box cutters. I'll point out to Alicia that the shears are up there. Hey, grab those and try and cut us free.
Okay. Fortunately for you, Alicia doesn't have to make rolls because she's me.
Woo!
Very clever. She runs over, grabs the ribbon cutting shears, ironically unceremoniously, and then uses them to snip at and cut, starting with Avery first because she looks like she's in pain. Cut the vines down. While she is sitting there pruning, you do manage to get a good view of the Bridget's cross that is in the mess of vines and tendrils.
It's that thing.
She snips it.
Oh, good.
And at that point, the vines and tendrils all fall down from the wall. And she sets to work on the bomb.
That seems important.
Yes. What does?
Setting it to work on the bomb.
Yes, okay. I was like, did I say a detail? No. So, the plant monsters, at the very least, held off for now. Provides enough time for Humbert, which is his name, and Alicia to finish. Humbert's his name.
Humbert's elsewhere.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, but they beat the algae monster.
We're talking in overarching terms. Got it.
Managed to get the
Humbert,
bombs
how'd you get here?
Safely diffused, at least to the best of the bomb squad's beliefs.
Did the chlorine destroy the Bridget's crosses, or...?
It did not destroy the Bridget's crosses, but it made the algae untenable.
Sure.
Yeah.
Got it. Okay.
Can't mobilize it if it's bad.
Yeah.
That's true. If it's dissolved.
It's gone bad.
So,
nice. I like your parallel notes.
Oh, yeah.
At that point, all the bombs are disposed of, and it's not one of those dramatic, they did it right before 8:30 with, like, no time to spare. Mm-hmm. They managed to get it done at maybe, like, 7:30.
Nice.
Nice.
So you've got an hour yet before the 8:30 cutoff. When Alicia or Humbert it reveals to whoever would be nearby them that they don't feel particularly comfortable with how easy it was. They didn't fight the tentacle monsters, so they don't really have as much.
Don't feel particularly comfortable. What?
They don't feel as comfortable with how easy it was to get rid of the bombs, nor with the positioning of the bombs. They're not saying that they wouldn't have done damage, and had there been people around, it definitely would have caused damage or loss of life. But given that there was ample time, that you were warned, and that ample time to defuse the bombs, you were warned about it.
And the bombs weren't in, like, particularly dangerous or high-risk locations.
Yeah, no. These bombs were a message. They weren't ever intended for damage.
Right.
Yeah.
Or, like, either a message or, like, they tried to trap us with shitty plants, but...
I think they were both a message and a trap, because all three of the bombs were in places where we found bodies. And
Susie
plant
cut
monsters.
out.
You cut up.
All three of the bombs were in places where we found bodies.
Yep.
And were guarded by plant monsters with Bridget's crosses.
Well, we've only seen one Bridget's cross before, right?
Yeah, and that was...
Yeah.
Yep.
It was made by the person that died, right?
Yeah, I thought that was
Tallulah.
It's supposedly, yeah, right. Right. Cece knows what's up.
Hell yeah.
Right? That was the body that Tom identified for us?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That no one else substantiated?
That particularly does not trust.
The dental records.
I think now's the time that we should talk to Tom.
Oh boy.
Alex said the dental records substantiated it?
Legally, it's probably Tallulah.
Legally.
This is probably a good place as any to call it for the evening. We'll start off the next episode with a right proper what's the word I'm looking for?
Monologue.
No.
Elevator. Bottle episode.
I was gonna say bang, but it seems untimely.
Format shift.
No. So we'll call it here for now.
Conclusion.
Yeah.
Reveal.
We're starting towards the end.
Reveal.
I'm excited. Maybe a reveal. Okay. I don't know. But yeah, I hope you guys like War and Peace and Bombs and Not Peace. I'm so glad that we wrapped it in one shooting.
Woo! Wait, was that the whole episode?
That was the whole episode.
Oh, snap!
Yeah, there's a recitation of fact, but I think we're supposed to do it at the beginning of the episode. We're the new JC.
Wow.
We're back on pace.
We are. We can do this, guys. So yeah, do you guys want to geek out for a second, and then I'll kill the stream?
Good stuff, guys.
Woohoo!
It was amazing.
Our rolls were so bad.
They were.
Yeah,
They were real bad.
Yeah.
We made it out eventually.
That's kind of dramatic.
Yeah.
I'm glad no one died.
Right?
Me too. We didn't
I was
accidentally kill
trying to encourage Joe that Avery should force Owen to, like,
break his own arm or something to get out of it. Like,
oh, wow.
yeah.
That would have been.
Yeah, like.
Jeez.
But he got out of it before he could.
Yeah, because the first thing was like, "Can you?" Thing like, well, I mean, I'm sure if I asked him, he would do it.
I appreciate
No,
you
but I
not
meant,
making
like,
me break
even
my
if it harmed him, yeah, like you get yourself free, then
Yeah.
yeah.
Are we trying to encourage Avery to become like
The
a
villain?
megalomaniac
I
or a
think
villain?
she is, and I kind of like it. I like where Avery's going.
Real dark.
Season 2 is going to have the what's the opposite of a redemption arc? A corruption arc for Avery.
Just for Avery.
Corruption arc for Avery, and then she's gonna become our main.
She's definitely the main villain.
Our
in the
big bad.
end.
Man.
She's the Siler.
Yeah.
Joe will come back as Derek, and we'll have to be.
Shit.
Yeah, we do need to bring Derek back.
Oh shit.
Ooh.
Or Joe will be Joe's sister, Avery's sister, and then we'll have to fight Avery. If hypothetically one of us were to become the villain of a season, would they still play as them?
No.
Okay.
They'd have to stop, yeah.
They'd have to, okay, gotcha.
That's
Yeah. Joe comes back as Olivia.
Yeah. Which is, that's one of the things that they say in the book, and a reason why they tell you to have, like, relationships with characters that aren't characters in the thing. Yeah, so that if things go bad, you can
gotta back up. You've got a spare sleeve.
Or if things go bad, like in case one of your characters dies or something, or is it expressly so that if they become a villain?
No,
it's like the same stuff as Thomas.
If something goes wrong with Corinne, can she be one of her cats?
Do what?
If something goes wrong with Corinne, can she be one of her cats?
Potentially, actually.
That would be great.
Crime fighting cat.
None of us can understand her. I feel as though the Jade Gardens park scenes were particularly vivid in terms of like visuals that went with them. Mostly because Patrick was running around with fat legs.
Which is really funny. I would like to see that on TV.
Yeah, really
like everybody's stumbling over each other and then the torso gets up and it like grabs the camera and burns some bushes. It's good.
I don't know if this guy's wearing
I did enjoy that.
That was good. What was that, Susan?
I did enjoy that bit of flavor there with the City of Mist being that like normal people don't see powers with the green screen and the just film him from the waist up. Like that was a good diversion out of that.
Well edited in post. And just like, can you imagine whose intern job it is to put legs back on somebody in the footage?
No. Some clip art legs that you're moving in GIMP or whatever, yeah. You can't afford Photoshop.
Stick figure leggies. I don't think people are gonna buy it.
Was the cipher a dumb idea, or I won't be able to use the same trick?
I loved the cipher.
It was fun to do.
Oh no, that was fun.
I felt a little bad just because we were all like quiet for a portion of thank you, Susan, for some historical background on Veneer
part
while we everybody had heads down and like pencils writing frantically.
Cipher history. That's right. Fun facts of the day with your friendly neighborhood Susan.
Veneer ciphers actually come from this, and they weren't solved until.
I thought that might be fun for some of you guys.
Yeah.
It was so fun. I loved it.
That was really good.
I'm glad everyone
Now I
enjoyed
know
that.
what a cipher is called.
Right? We learned something about ciphers.
And it's a particular delight for me to be able to, whenever you guys break up and search the place, it's good for me to be able to bounce back and forth between the different scenes. That's a lot of fun.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if
it adds dramatic tension.
Yeah.
It's fun, and I think you handled it well too. Yeah, like it was managing that is not always easy.
It's just kind of fun to have things go and then like bubble up and then be fit to burst and then like let's go over here though.
Cut.
And it provides natural like bathroom breaks and such for the players.
Right. Yeah. I was not that considerate. I'm glad that it worked out like that though. I'd love to take credit for it, but GG's guys. I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna kill the stream. It was convenient and stuff.
We'll see you next time, Internet.
Bye, the Internet.
Bye.
Internet's convenient.